Not good.
Didn't look good in Nashville last night. They lost 7-2.
If you take away the B, they're just the St. Louis Lose.
Well, that's hurtful.
That's not very nice,
Well,
John.
I'm just telling, got to tell it like it is.
Yeah, that's not very good. It's been a bad time. What a great time last night. We had a holiday party. The
How
Odyssey.
was it? I didn't go.
I didn't go.
We know.
Michael, did you
Michael
go?
didn't go.
No, I didn't even know it was
Just
last night.
Matt
Check your
Pajes-
email.
Right.
You know what? Try checking an email once in a while,
Okay,
guys.
right.
There's a
I
lot of
knew about it. I went to the
How did
garden
you know
club.
about it, though?
You heard
Somebody
me
told
talking
you.
about it.
Peach told me about it.
We were talking about it
How
in
was
this
it?
room.
Anything exciting happen?
It was at the Tinsel Tavern at Ballpark Village.
Oh, very
It's
nice.
nice. They did a good job decorating in there.
Who got the most wasted? Because
Who
we had our
got the
guesses,
most
we know.
Andrew.
wasted?
Was it Andrew?
Andrew wasn't even there. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. It's tough to say.
Yeah, was it you?
Probably Rachel Zimmerman. She was just swinging from the chandeliers.
Not buying what you're selling there.
On
big
brand,
boy.
on brand there, right?
Yeah, right. No, man, it was a pretty tame party. Nobody got in trouble. Nobody Xeroxed their own butts.
Because see, Ranj, at one of our parties, maybe imbibed a bit. He thought he was going to commit to the bit and jump off of the 360 rooftop building. He thought
Pretty high
that
up
would
there.
be,
Whoa.
I don't know what he thought would happen after he jumped. But I think he thought it was a good idea. And we're like, no.
I don't even think that's tall enough for you to base jump off of, Chris.
I think you're right. I think it
Yeah.
needs to be a lot taller.
Yeah.
You have to have so many stories to be able to for the chute to open.
I'm glad you cleared it up there
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
chose not to make the jump.
I jumped
took-
off a rock wall a couple of years ago and darn near wrecked myself.
That's right. It was in Branson, right?
At Lake of the Ozarks.
Oh, it's Lake of the Ozarks.
Yes.
I don't know this story.
Yeah.
I know all your stories. I've never heard this.
Well, I was at the city council meeting there at Lake of the Ozarks.
Okay.
There we go.
And there was supposed to be a pre-meeting at this little restaurant just up the up the thing there.
Up the way.
And so I was coming down. The meeting was about to start, and so I could go all the way around, or I could simply turn myself into a human projectile there on top of the rock wall.
Wow.
And I had my nice dress shoes on, Ron.
Oh boy.
Nice pair of slacks. And it didn't seem that far down, but between the top of that, the bottom of the parking lot there and the top of my head was probably about 10, 11 feet.
Yeah, that's
God.
a good
my
drop,
gosh,
buddy.
are you serious?
But between my shoes and the thing, it was probably only about 4 or 5 feet.
Well,
so
still.
I figured, piece of cake. So I
What'd you break?
I squatted down. I didn't break anything.
Wow.
But I hit my shoe hit that thing, and it went my shoe went forward and my butt went backwards.
Uh-oh.
And my head hit the rock wall.
Dude.
And the lady entering the meeting was quite entertained by the whole
Well,
and I had mud
John.
stains on my butt the whole night,
Wow.
which didn't look like mud stains.
I think we can get
On
this
my
lady
butt.
on as a guest sometime. I'd like to hear the
But I lived to
description of
tell
what it
about
looked
it.
like.
I lived to
Yeah.
tell about
that
it.
could have been really bad.
Could have been
you
bad.
could have broken your tailbone.
Especially at my age. Yeah, I
Anybody's
could have because
age.
I don't have a butt. A
That's
lot of
right.
people have a butt. They can
Yeah.
be fall
Yeah,
on your
but-
butt. That's
right.
not bad.
Break your fall.
I got nothing.
And little bird legs,
Back
too.
there.
Is it like have you ever seen a French bulldog stand on his hind legs?
Kind of like that.
Yeah, no cheeks whatsoever.
and my
Michael's
face,
got it.
my face kind of looked like that.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, it was not my finest hour.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
I lived
How
to
long
tell
ago
about
was
it.
this?
2 years.
Wow.
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Wow. John.
Isn't that how Danny Cox didn't he hurt himself back in the 80s?
Probably.
Didn't he jump
Pitcher?
off a wall like a
Yeah, I don't
Something
think I'll
like
be
that.
making that mistake again.
no?
You learn from your mistakes, Ron.
But it was just last year,
2 years.
I think. No, but when was it that you jumped and touched the rim of the basketball hoop?
That was last year, twice.
Oh well,
Remember when he filmed it?
Speaking of Cardinal injuries from the 80s, I only remember two.
Vince Coleman.
Vince Coleman and John Tudor. Didn't he come in after a game and wind up slicing his hand on a fan because he was so mad he punched?
I think you could be
He
correct.
punched it. I remember that. I don't remember Danny Cox ever getting in a freak accident.
Who was the Cardinals player
yeah,
that
he injured his ankle in 1986,
Ah, yes.
and I thought it was because he had jumped off of or had fallen. And again, if anybody knows the answer, you can let me know. I think it's because he jumped off a wall. I want to say near a beach or something like that. I don't know.
wasn't there a Cardinals player who punched the phone box or did something with the phone in the dugout, and he was mad and he hurt himself. He broke his
Yes, it
hand.
was a reliever. And then you had the famous Mike Matheny knife accident right before
Yeah,
the
he got a
World
hunting
Series.
knife for
Christmas.
was it Christmas or his
It
birthday?
must have been his birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was right before the
I
playoffs.
remember that.
Yep.
Oh,
Some
man.
Blues player just recently burnt their legs, right?
Toropchenko.
Is he still out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he got scalding burns down his legs.
Oof.
At
So
home.
that could take a month
At
to heal.
least, because I mean, not only does the skin have to heal, I don't want to be gross, but you're putting gross, sweaty equipment on it that's going to rub the skin, and I mean, it's just a really, really bad
I
situation.
wonder if he's considered using a little aloe. You know, they say that aloe vera stuff works like
It does.
wonders.
My grandpa
I've
had
heard
an
that.
aloe plant.
He could be
Should go
rubbing
out and cut
aloe
it.
all
Yep.
over his legs as we speak and be back in the lineup. And then we'd have to get rid of this guy we've never heard of who scored his first goal last night.
Bushnavish?
McGing.
No.
Hugh McKing.
Yeah, that's a
I've interviewed him several years
Is
ago.
that right?
Yeah.
McGing.
Yeah, McGing.
What is that? Is that Irish? I guess.
It's got to be
I don't know.
Irish.
My favorite name is Bushnevich. I just walk around the house saying, "Oh my gosh, you know, my Bushnevich is itching" and stuff like that. I mean,
Do you do this really?
yes,
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite name right now. And it used to be the third base coach for the Cardinals,
Pop Warner.
Pop Warner, and then of course on the other side you got Stubby Clapp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, are there two better
Very
baseball
baseball.
names? And then I was like Bushnevich, and I literally walk around the house saying, "Oh my god, I want to name a plant Bushnevich."
Okay.
You know,
Can.
Bushy.
And real quick, a texter, Dusty,
Yeah.
has
Dusty.
chimed in and said Danny Cox jumped off a seawall at spring training. That's what it was. That's how he got hurt.
The old seawall incident.
so you know what Michael's reminding me of? How he likes to just walk around and say Buchnevich. Remember in Elf when Elf is saying Francisco? That's fun to say. That's what? Ooh, Francisco. That's fun to say. And he just sits
Did
in
you
the
hear
corner.
the story? Will Ferrell in I think it was a podcast interview telling the story about James Caan, who
Yeah.
during the filming of Elf the
Yeah.
entire time was just James Caan was so annoyed with him because he was over the top
Yeah.
acting, and he's like, "What are you doing this for? You don't need to do it." You know,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
did not
Francisco.
like it at all. He's like, "It's not even funny," you know, like
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Then they go to the premiere and they're walking out of the premiere. He's like, "I get it now. I get the whole thing."
That's
Just
funny.
it's a really funny story.
well, that's good because he seemed super annoyed with
Yeah,
Elf the whole
so that's
time.
what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Is that in the movie his father is annoyed
Yeah.
with him the entire movie. That's not acting.
I love you.
He
I
was
love
just
you. I love
James Caan
you.
was just
Still-
really annoyed at Will Ferrell.
A great movie in that you can watch it once a year and still enjoy it. Now, my buddy here, he watches a weird once a year Christmas
Jingle
movie.
all the way. And it's just around the corner
That's
now.
right. That's your
our
movie.
annual viewing.
Sinbad.
Oh,
Can you
Sinbad.
imagine? You
I
can
love
watch James
Sinbad.
Caan and Will
Genius.
Ferrell. He's signed up for
A
Sinbad.
comedic genius is Sinbad. And
Sinbad-
Arnold Schwarzenegger, like him or hate him,
Love him.
he's tremendous in that movie.
Let me tell you something. When I was hosting at the sports station, we had Sinbad as a guest.
Oh, yeah.
He was performing at the Funny Bone, I think, or Helium. I'm not exactly sure. And he was supposed to come in live, but then we ended up having a last-minute remote at Twin Peaks. You know Twin
Yeah,
Peaks.
Yeah.
It's like a classier Hooters.
Right.
So we told him like, hey, we're
It's a booby restaurant, Michael.
What a description. A classier Hooters.
Yeah.
Do you
So-
have a vision of that?
think about it. So we told him, hey man, you don't have to come down. We're doing this remote, whatever. So a phone call is going to be perfectly fine. He's like, no, I'll come down. So he came down, and they had us set up in these recliners. If you've never been to a Twin Peaks, it's like a ski lodge, kind of feels like. And in the back room, they had us set up, and there were these recliners we were sitting in. So for like an hour, it's Sinbad and the rest of us all laying in recliners doing a talk show.
That's really funny.
But he was super cool. He was. I loved Sinbad growing up. I liked the
Oh,
stand-up. Loved
one
his
of
movies.
my favorite movies is Sinbad and Phil Hartman.
the Phil
in
Hartman,
House
yes,
Guest.
House Guest. I
Ah,
love
yeah.
it.
Oh
Another good
my
one.
gosh, House Guest is a funny movie.
Not
Love
quite
House Guest.
at the standard of Jingle All the Way, but a fine movie.
Do you know if you look at Google Ellen DeGeneres, her debut on the Tonight Show, and you'll see her in her, it was a long time ago in the 90s. You look at her outfit. True story. She called Sinbad and asked, "What should I wear for this debut?" And you'll absolutely be like, "Oh yeah, Sinbad did tell her to wear that outfit."
Was it colorful?
It was kind of the oversized silky
Silky,
shirt.
baggy, yeah.
yeah.
Like genie pants?
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
you would see a genie wear?
You've heard the Norm Macdonald joke about Sinbad, because I think he had a couple of bankruptcies or
did he?
something like that.
I love Sinbad.
There was a financial issue or something like that. I don't want to say the exact wrong thing. And the joke was, Sinbad's going through this bankruptcy or whatever it is. And it sounds like things have gone from sin bad to sin worse. Okay.
That's so bad. That's terrible.
But it's funny when you realize it came from Norm.
Yeah, he's classic.
Got Hancock and Kelly with us on this Friday, and they are with us until 10 o'clock today. Scott Jagow will join us. It's not that long, John.
It is.
When we host together, this guy, by 10:15, he's like, how much longer
John,
in this show?
You seemed like you had checked out at 8:22. It's before you went on the air.
Well, you know what? We almost missed it.
Did you
We
really?
were sitting back there talking, and I looked at my little phone thing here, and I said, I think we're on the air.
And you know we're desperate when John is the one who recognizes, like, oh, man, we got to do something.
Hey, speaking of the Cardinals, our football pick'em, no prize pick'em, is at 11 o'clock. Our celebrity guest today, Andy Bennis.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
tell Andy I said hi.
I will tell. Does he know you?
Yes, our kids went to school together. He's a great guy.
I'll let him know.
I've got a great story about Andy.
Oh, maybe we can hear that when we come back.
Let's do it.
On KMOX.
Overhead Door Company of St. Louis, the genuine, the original, present 100 years of KMOX.
Keep St. Louis, Budweiser Town, stockholders, don't sell out.
There, when headlines hit home.
Speculation started early. AB wouldn't buy InBev's offer of $65 a share.
We believe this is an exciting opportunity and a winning combination for multiple reasons.
Rito calls the buyout attempt the next natural step in a relationship with Anheuser-Busch.
It sucks.
Blue-collar workers worried about an upcoming contract in March.
I think the deal is going to go through, but I think that it does add an element of risk.
It's a great day. We've worked very hard to get here. Now, of course, we have to focus on delivering.
There for every headline, every heartbreak, every heartbeat. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis. Brought to you by Together Credit Union. Achieve more with competitive rates on savings and lending. Visit togethercu.org.
Here in St. Louis, we take pride in supporting our health and our community. That's why more and more families are turning to Neovitin multivitamins, created by a local physician and made right here in the U.S. using the highest quality domestic and international ingredients. With formulas for men, women, and adults 50 plus, Neovitin helps keep St. Louis families energized, supported, and ready for life. Find Neovitin at your local Dierbergs, Schnucks, and online at neovitin.com. Neovitin. Trusted nutrition from St. Louis for St. Louis.
Bet the game day action right from your phone. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app now. Use code RADIOMO. Place your first bet of $5 or more and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Open to new users in Missouri who are 21 or older. First wager after registration must qualify and win. And bonus bets expire 30 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promotions or the promotions tab on the app for full terms. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
What's up, world? It's Von Miller, Super Bowl MVP, chicken farmer, and now host of Free Range. This is a show where I go off the field and off the script. We're talking what's hot in music, film, trending news, and everything blowing up your feed. If you love football, you'll feel at home. But if you're here for the vibes, the internet deep dives, the conversation, this is your podcast. Join me every Wednesday. Follow and listen to Free Range with me, Von Miller, everywhere you get your podcast.
Hi, this is Charlie Brennan. I see clearly now thanks to the doctors, Greg Birdie, Ranjan Malhotra, Robert Brusati, and Andy Royer. You can too. YourEyeDoc.com.
Hello, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe. Congratulations, CamWax, on your 100th anniversary. We're so excited that you've continued to be an important fabric and part of the St. Louis area.
That's from John's Goofy movie.
Greatest
Jingle
movie
All the
of all
Way.
time.
Greatest Christmas film.
I know we need to get to real business, but a point of parliament here brought up by loyal listener Big Blonde Dan.
Yeah.
He says,
the old BBD.
BBD, I am a big John Hancock fan.
Oh.
But,
Uh-oh.
and I think he's talking to me, I messed up. He touched the net when you jumped, the
Excellent.
basketball
Not
net.
the rim.
Not the rim. Man, that would have been impressive.
Well, I could do the rim.
No,
You cannot
John, do
touch
not.
the rim.
I'd have to have a little bit of training.
And about a
window.
4-foot ladder.
No. I wasn't even trying to touch the net. I'm telling you, if I had 2 weeks of intense training.
So to remind our listeners, we had a challenge one day, and I said to you, I bet you couldn't even touch the net. And so that weekend, God bless you, you were someplace where there was a gymnasium.
There I was.
And you went to go taste, but you had your phone in your hand.
I filmed it.
And he filmed. So folks, like you see John's stomach and you never see the net. You never see anything. It was
Hard
like,
to miss my stomach.
He's
it
just
was
holding
not
it against his
conclusive video.
chest.
It was inconclusive video for sure.
So he had
You
to go
could hear,
back.
if you listen closely, you could hear the.
He goes, I just did it, Kelly. And I was like, I'm looking at this navel. I'm like, oh, okay, buddy. Great job. And so you went back.
I went back and I had my buddy George hold the camera.
And you touched the net.
I did it.
It was impressive.
And first try.
I can promise you're biting off more than you can chew, the saying you can touch the rim. Because let me just tell you, at 6'4", at 50, I'm not sure I can touch the rim.
I'm going to have to buy a pair of tennis shoes, but and a little bit of training, a little bit of, calisthenics, Ron.
Yeah.
You ever
And
do
you're
calisthenics?
You're not going to get the
I
rim,
bet Amy
John.
does calisthenics.
I do
John,
calisthenics.
you're not going to
get the rim.
You're not going to get the rim.
I feel like the gauntlet has been laid down here.
Robert.
Don't fall off the wall.
Robert, who's watching on YouTube, says that video proof of John, that is John's first dabble at AI. Because it's not, I bet that video's not even real. He probably didn't actually touch it.
No, I did.
Like Bob Onder wasn't actually diving into the end zone. You know what I mean?
I rarely lie.
In his suit.
I rarely lie. So, not that I never lie.
Well, you touched it, but
I did
you
touch
could
it.
not touch the rim, pal.
Not today.
No. Even if we got you one of them little
I will stipulate,
exercise trampolines to bounce on first,
I
you
will
couldn't touch it.
stipulate that if I went out there today, I probably could not touch the rim.
Right.
But I would also argue, this is Big Blonde Dan's rubbing off on me. This is my legal training here. I would also argue that with the proper training and focus, the focus of a dedicated athlete, I could step up to that sucker. Maybe even with a basketball in my hand, although I don't want to get carried away. And I could hit that rim. I don't think I could grab it like, Charles Barkley or anything.
They call him the Flying Calvinist.
Yeah. I mean, the vertical leap back in the day was...
we were just talking about you are the stork. We're the stork, are the stork.
Yeah.
And you just absolutely manhandled. You smashed Bob Costas.
Well, that memory. Yeah.
Wait, what did you
Stuff
do?
that little guy, huh?
Are we going to hold on?
It was a Saturday afternoon at the Jewish Community Center right there on Schutz Road in Lindbergh. I happened to be just shooting some hoops.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of guys that were going to start a pickup game. They said, "You want to play?" I said, "Yeah." And one of the athletes there was none other than Bob Costas.
Yeah.
So he was on the other team, and I got to guard him. And so the first time he gets the ball, he does one of these double pumps and the underhand layup off the glass and in. It made me look silly.
Uh-huh.
And he's not super tall.
No, he's like Georgianne's size. So,
Georgianne is tiny.
Yes, exactly.
So
It's the
I
last
thought
time
to
Costas is coming on.
So I thought to myself, I'm going to be ready for this sucker the next time. And sure enough, he's got one move.
Same day?
Same game.
Oh, same game. Right.
Perhaps the next possession. And he gets the ball, top of the key. He starts driving to the basket. I said, he's going to do that double pump underhand thing again. So I did you're not supposed to cross your legs over when you're guarding somebody. You kind of do the shuffle down.
That's right.
So I'm shuffling down the lane there, and there he goes, up with the ball, down with the ball, and there was my hand. Bam! Bam! And it was a rejection.
Wow.
That ball hit it was a fine moment.
Did you say something like, "Get that out of here"?
No, I think my exact words were, "Got you that time, big boy."
You called Bob Costas big boy?
You did that Michael Jordan block where he came down on the dude's face with his arm and his knee. Yeah, well
it was
done.
Clean play.
You said you had an Andy Bennis story.
Yeah, Andy Bennis, what a great guy.
Andy's coming on at 11 o'clock for the football pick'em.
There's two Bennis brothers, right?
Andy and Alan.
Okay.
And Adam.
Oh, that's right.
Adam. Right.
So which one is this?
Andy, the oldest.
Andy.
The oldest one.
The
Okay,
most accomplished big leaguer of the three. Alan had a good career, cut short by injury. But Andy Bennis came back to the Cardinals at the end of his career. And I think it was 2001. He had a pretty rough season. He ended with a 7-something ERA. His final season, the Cardinals had acquired, or maybe the year before. Anyway, they had acquired Chuck Fenley, who came in. And Chuck Fenley, a very fine pitcher, taught Andy Bennis a split-fingered fastball. And in his last season with the Cardinals, he was injured quite a bit, but he won 5 games. He recorded his 2,000th strikeout on the last batter he ever faced, and he had a 2-point-something ERA. It was a renaissance of a career, and nobody deserved it more than Andy Bennis, and he'll give the credit to Chuck Fenley for teaching him that split finger pitch.
Well, we're not going to have time to get into that. We have football picks to make today with Andy.
The split finger, isn't that what Bruce Sutter threw?
Yep.
That can't be an easy pitch to throw.
It's not bad. No, it's like a
we
modified
don't see it more
football.
in baseball?
Well, you do see it. Who was it? The Dodger pitcher, Yamamoto. He's got a nasty one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert, watching on YouTube, again, wants to know if Georgian is a unit of measurement.
Yeah.
Is a Georgian a unit of measurement? Because that's how tall Bob Costas is. He is 1 Georgian.
Well, he's a little north of Georgian. Georgian is 5 feet tall.
She's 5 even?
5 even.
Wow.
Did she get the Christmas decorations
But,
up yet?
Oh, she's got them. She even fixed them last night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So
Some of
wait,
the lights went out.
People need to know that Georgianne, who's 5 feet tall, petite, very tiny. Isn't she the one
does
that
all the
pulls all the
decorations.
weight around the house?
She's the one getting up on the roof, isn't she?
So Michael and I had a
mowing the
meeting.
grass.
Michael and I had a meeting a couple of weeks ago, and it's at a very wealthy estate. And the
Michael's
guy,
house.
he's got people. I mean, they got people that take care of the lawn, and people that take care of the house, and people that take care of this and that. And Michael said, "Can you imagine having something like this, and it's all taken care of for you?" I said, "Yeah, I can imagine that. Mine's on a much smaller scale."
By the way, that's so true.
But I know when this inch of snow hits, I'm going to be very supportive as she's
she's
out there shoveling.
Yeah, I help. I do.
How do you help with the snow removal?
Well, we've got 2 shovels, Michael. And Georgianne takes one, and I take the other one.
And
you lean on it?
Yeah. I mean, are you pointing out with the handle? Is that what you're
very
doing? Like, get that
artistic.
part.
I shovel. A lot of people just shovel rows. No. I do a very artistic kind of a mosaic pattern on the driveway.
Nobody needs that.
Yeah.
They just want
so
get
now
the snow
now
off.
she has to go clean up all the random pieces.
No. When I'm finished, it's like you're looking at it in April. I mean, it's just that pristine.
Huh.
Yeah. Takes a little time.
I don't know. I've been out there before and literally seen Georgianne coming down the ladder because she was cleaning out the gutters while I'm picking up my buddy, and I'm just shaking my head thinking.
The most emasculating thing that ever happened to me.
This young lady the size of Bob Costas is handling everything over here.
Our neighbor Bill came over several years ago.
He's never going to talk to us again.
Yeah, he will.
Bill
talks
comes
for a
over.
living.
Bill comes over. He knocks on the door. I go in and say, "Hey, Bill, how you doing?" He said, "Good. Can I borrow Georgianne's drill?" I said, "Sure, Bill. Except I'm not quite sure where it is." She found it. She fell.
The truth is the best humor all the time, is it not? It is the best humor.
You should see her with a drill, though. It's impressive. Gets those little goggles on. She's so cute.
John Hancock.
All right.
And Michael Kelly with us until 10 o'clock. It's the Chris and Amy Show on KMOX.
Buckle up, St. Louis. The hot stove is already blazing as Heim Bloom gets to work. The Blues look to make December one to remember, and we're following every shift. And as KMOX races towards its 100th anniversary, the Gas House Gang celebrates the legendary voices that made it America's sports voice. Big stories, big moments, and the biggest names in St. Louis sports all month long. The Gas House Gang, weekdays at noon on KMOX.
Get this, 42% of baby boomers don't even know how much money they have in their nest egg. If you're not sure where you stand in terms of getting ready for retirement, you should be listening to the All Financial Hour with Steve All.
Let's sit down and talk about your questions, because I think that's the most important thing that it is out there. It's what questions do you have?
Saturday mornings at 10 or Sunday evenings at 6, right here on KMOX.
Now, KMOX weather from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk.
Currently, it is 34 degrees, and looking out the windows of Studio B, it is cloudy and windy. The high today, just 37. Tonight, cloudy and cold with a low of 25. The weather is sponsored by 4 Pretty Paws Mobile Pet Spa. We come to you, 4prettypaws.com. Since 2018, 4 Pretty Paws Mobile Pet Spa has provided stress-free, one-on-one grooming right at your doorstep. Convenient, personal, and trusted. Book your holiday appointment at 4prettypaws.com. Now serving Southern Illinois.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Are you like everybody else in the world who has no idea what to get everyone for the holidays? Well, you're in luck. We got you. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching, no fuss. Plus, Skechers slip-ins come in everyone's favorite styles and colors. And you can get slip-ins everywhere stylish footwear is sold, including a Skechers store. Or if you're too busy to shop in person, just get them online at Skechers.com, Amazon, and more.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-990-1551. That's 800-990-1551.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-999-3339. That's 800-999-3339. Again, that's 800-999-3339.
Hey, this is Charlie Brennan along with Dr. Colleen Bosler and Dr. Adam Voss at the Audiology Center. When was the last time you really enjoyed a conversation without straining to hear?
Charlie, so many people think hearing aids just make things louder.
But that's old technology. Today's hearing aids do so much more.
Exactly. With the dual chip technology, our hearing aids actually separate the speech from the background noise.
Which means, at a noisy restaurant, you'll hear your friends and family, not the clinking dishes.
And the best part, your brain doesn't have to work overtime trying to fill in the blanks.
So that keeps your mind sharp, your conversations easy, and your relationships stronger.
Because hearing well isn't just about sound. It's about staying connected.
Thanks, Doctor. Call the Audiology Center today to schedule your annual hearing evaluation. Don't miss another moment. Call 636-441-7470 or visit theaudiologycenterstl.com.
Sunday, the Chiefs are entertaining the Chargers at Arrowhead.
Siteman Cancer Center game time, 11 a.m. Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer.
The Chiefs, the Chargers. Hear the game here on your home for Chiefs football. 104.1 FM KMOX.
Text the show at 314-436-7900, as this person has done, and says, John, my friend, you are all man. So the listeners, they are not docking you any points whatsoever by the fact you let Georgianne do all the housework.
She enjoys it, Ron.
That's so funny that you say that.
No, it's not the housework. I'm actually,
he does the dishes.
I'm a killer on the dishes.
Very domestic.
I am.
Yeah.
It's the stuff outside of the four walls that I'm a bit challenged.
It's the outdoor.
Before they put the restraining
gutters.
order in, I went out to dinner a couple of times out there, and John serves the table. He clears the table. He helps in his own little way.
I do.
That's great.
It's a teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work.
I will say this. It's funny. You're like, she likes it.
Speaking of teamwork, we stopped a boat.
Oh, no, yeah. But I was going to say the phrase quickly about that she liked it. My dad, my dad would be at work, right? We were at home with my mom, and my dad would work all day. And he worked long hours. And I'd be like, Mom, don't you feel bad that Dad's at work all day? Oh, no, he likes it.
He likes it.
She still says that. He likes it.
Yeah.
Mom, Dad's been outside all day working. It's okay. He likes it.
Well, that's right.
Anyway.
We're all gifted differently.
We're all gifted differently. Okay, John, I did want to ask you about this because the U.S. seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. Now, more information is coming out is that this boat purposefully manipulated its location data in an attempt to circumvent restrictions imposed by sanctions because it's fuel going to Iran or Cuba.
Right.
So what are your thoughts on this U.S. seizure of the boat?
So I'm going to separate the boat strikes with the alleged narco-terrorists because I think it's yet to be determined whether what we're doing there is legal and authorized, not only by U.S. military policy, but by international norms. But the overall policy in Venezuela, I think, Trump is correct. And you've got a malign dictator in Nicolas Maduro who is oppressing his people, not allowing free elections. There are a host of political prisoners in that country. People are mistreated. There are massive human rights abuses. He's a bad actor. And he's a bad actor in our hemisphere. And when we've had bad actors in our hemisphere, Duarte in Haiti, or the president of Panama, both of whom we extricated from those positions so that their people could have free and fair elections. And I think given that history and given what's happening here, I think the president's overall policy and approach, certainly to the oil tanker, but the overall policy of trying to rid the Venezuelans of this oppressive dictator is laudable.
Consistent with his messaging, though, he told us that we were done being the world's policemen, that he didn't want to get us into endless wars. We've got a dictator over in Ukraine, or who invaded Ukraine, that we're seemingly to run away from. But we're going to go down to this guy. You can't tell me this isn't all about the oil with this president.
Could be. It could be. But in terms of the policy, it's very consistent with how Democrats and Republicans have dealt with our neighbors in Central and South America for a very long time. And so I find plenty of places to fault Donald Trump, trust me. But this one isn't one of them. Although with the caveat again that the narco strikes, I'm very uncomfortable with those, especially the double tap. But even just the overall, you've got a Coast Guard to interdict, and that had been what we had done with drug boats previously, and now we're blowing them up, and I'm just not sure that that's the best way to go about it.
I wonder how this sells with the president's most loyal supporters, because the president in his regular press conference yesterday of bluster also, started to pick a fight with Colombia. And I believe that some of these folks who followed MAGA truly believed the ideas he was pushing, that we need to extricate ourselves from doing this stuff around the world. And this man's ratcheting up at a time that his polls are sinking. Does he jeopardize his own base in these efforts?
Maybe. I think he's, by his base, given a tremendous amount of leeway. And so I don't know that this will affect him in the base at all.
Just let me ask about that fundamental point. Can you recall a president or a candidate of any kind that the base is just so supportive of him that no matter what? Because it seems like there's not very much he can do that upsets like his core base. But I think that you could say for others who have gotten support from the public that every now and then they could do something and lose that support at least a little bit. But it seems like he doesn't lose it at all.
Yeah, I can't think of a president. Reagan was fairly successful maintaining his base during the 8 years. And I think, if you want to talk about base sticking with you through thick and thin, I think Bill Clinton is a pretty good example of that. His folks, the Democrats, never really wavered, even when he was going through the impeachment and all of the scandal. And but I have to say that the passion and just blind support, no matter what, of Donald Trump is a pretty remarkable thing.
It doesn't transfer, though, I don't think. I mean, I don't think that, in 3 years or whatever happens with Donald Trump, that J.D. Vance or any of these Republicans can pick this mantle up and keep this going. I think it is unique to this man.
Yes, I think that's 100% correct. Now, I think the populism that Donald Trump has inspired, I think that will go on. But as far as having this passionate loyalty and devotion as the Trump voters do have for him, I think you're right. It doesn't translate. And it's going to be very interesting because you're seeing some subtle separation from Donald Trump happening right now. And one of the best examples of that I can cite is our own Josh Hawley, who's partnering up with Bernie Sanders on some things. They got the whole nuclear waste thing, and they were together on that. Josh Hawley talking about the importance of healthcare costs. And he's a guy that I find pretty interesting in this new Republican Party. And I think it's a really nifty little contrast between he and Josh Hawley and Eric Schmidt, where Eric Schmidt he's MAGA. And Josh Hawley is MAGA too, but he's subtly kind of distancing himself.
It's almost like he wants to look like he's running for president.
Well, it could be.
Yeah.
Well, and you talked about this split that we're starting to see with some Republicans. And, of course, we're all seeing the Marjorie Taylor Greene saga. Donald Trump, not a lame duck president yet, but after the midterms, could be. I think most notably yesterday, we saw the Indiana Republicans push back against immense pressure from Donald Trump to draw, redistricting maps and so forth with gerrymandering. And they pushed back in a big way. We haven't seen that yet.
Yeah,
because they've had funding threatened.
Yeah, right.
They've had their lives threatened.
Yeah.
They've each one of those
the
Republicans.
White House said we're going to pull federal funding if you don't do what we want you to do.
Yeah, and each of those Republicans in Indiana who is not doing what Trump wants regarding redrawing the maps has received death threats from anonymous sources.
Historically, Republicans have been a pretty individualistic party. Democrats had been much better at collectivism, keeping their folks in line. And Republicans, there'd been Republicans firing off the reservation for the entire of my political history. So Trump is unique in that regard. But I think in this instance with Indiana, I think it was too much pressure. And the individualistic nature of some of these leaders. I mean, the Senate president of Indiana is a big deal in Indiana. And so when you start applying that kind of pressure and the over-the-top rhetoric, we're going to take your funding away and all of this, I think he went too far. Had he put more of a silk glove touch on it, maybe the outcome's different.
I watched some of those speeches from the Senate the other day, et cetera, and it almost seems to me, the state of Indiana is like Missouri. It's as red can be. It isn't going to change. But I almost got a tinge from the guy talking where he was saying, we're already doing all the things we can do. At the end of the day, we're focused on Indiana, and this is going to have long-term consequences if we do this kind of stuff. And it seemed to me, everybody took it as he was fighting with Donald Trump. I took it as he was standing up for Indiana.
Yeah.
And saying, we got our own little sandbox we're playing in here, and we got to deal with these Democrats.
38 of the 50 states today have the same party in control of the governor, the state house, and the state senate. It's a historically high number. And if you set this precedent where anytime you want, you just go in and reconfigure the congressional lines every 2 years, whenever you want to do it. The next election's coming. That's not how this is all supposed to work. And I predict, because it looks like the Texas maps are going to go through, the Missouri map is to be determined. The California maps are going to go through, probably. I predict that this may blow up in the face of the Republicans. Because if you look at these off-year elections and the special elections, the Democrat is running an average of 13 points ahead of where Harris ran against Trump in 24. 13 points. So we consider a 6 or 7 or 8 point plus Republican district to be safe. And so if you're drawing 10-point districts down to 6-point districts so that you could take a -3 district and turn it into a +5 district, which is what you're doing in Texas, and you're averaging a 13-point drop-off, which we don't know if that's going to happen or not, but it could, then all of a sudden, where you had seats that were 15 points, you're going to withstand that. We could end up actually losing net seats because of what we've done in Texas. And I could see that happening very clearly. And I think the political calculus that went into this was not very smart.
But, John, under the argument that you just laid out, we have one of those Republican seats that's a +8, +10 seat here in the state of Missouri that would have to give up Republicans, for lack of a better word, to go and cannibalize over in Kansas City, Emmanuel Cleaver. Is there a potential that it could even backfire right here in the state of Missouri?
It would have to be historically bad. Yeah, the Wagner district actually improved a little bit in its RD split. I haven't looked in depth at the 4th district, which is the kind of central Missouri, runs through Columbia, and now it's taking some of Kansas City, whether that seat potentially could be in trouble. I don't think Missouri, if this map stands, I think we'll end up 7-1 in Missouri.
Real quick, I want to go back to Hawley for a moment because we're talking about splitting a bit from the president, and I think that he is capable of doing it in an artful way where it doesn't upset the president and it doesn't upset his base, but still doing it. How is he capable of that? Because it seems like he is.
Yeah.
It seems like he can get away with it.
Well, and he's actually getting stuff done. I've been fairly impressed with Josh Hawley, and he is definitely attuned to where the GOP electorate is today. It's not the same electorate as it was 20 years ago. So his political acumen in these matters have been pretty impressive for me to see.
Hancock and Kelly with us on a Friday for just a bit longer. We are with them. They're with us until 10 o'clock on KMOX.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs, with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
Red Kingdom is back at FanDuel Sports Network Live in Ballpark Village. See every game on the largest screen in town. Don't forget about the $25 buckets, $5 cocktails, and the best tailgate food around. Grab your friends along with KMOX and huddle up for the games at the best watch party in town. If you can't make it, but don't want to miss a down, listen to the Chiefs on KMOX or KMOX on the Odyssey app. For more info, KMOX.com/events.
Great news, Nick. Legacy boxes are still in stock. With Christmas just around the corner, there's still time to buy the best Christmas gift ever. Legacy Box.
That's right, Adam. Order today and Legacy Box ships immediately. It'll arrive ready to wrap and place under the tree.
Gather the family together this Christmas and collect all your old VHS and camcorder tapes, slides, pictures, and film reels. Then you can binge on the good old days.
From fading over time to risks like fire and water damage, your memories aren't protected unless they're on a digital format. Legacy Box helps you replay those great moments from the past, from Christmas morning to your wedding day.
Legacy Box is the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. All the work is done right here in the USA, and over 1 million customers have trusted Legacy Box.
This Christmas is the time to digitize. Visit legacybox.com/value for exclusive holiday savings. That's legacybox.com/value for last-minute shopping. LegacyBox.com/value.
Hey, it's Debbie Monterey, and can you believe it's already the holiday season? While most people are thinking about lights and gift lists, a lot of homeowners are also wondering if now is the right time to sell or if they should wait until the new year. So I'm here with Gloria Liu from Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Gloria, what should sellers be thinking about right now?
Great question. Even during the holidays, serious buyers are still out there, and with fewer homes on the market, sellers actually face less competition. When we get into the new year, listings start to spike and competition rises. But that's never a problem for my clients because I guarantee to sell your home at your price and time frame, or I will buy it myself. Whether you want to move now or after the holidays, we'll make it smooth and stress-free.
That's why Gloria Liu is the trusted choice for St. Louis home sellers. Call 314-325-6888 or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. From all of us, happy holidays, and here's to your next move being your best one. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Chris and Amy now. The Dave Glover Show at 1 on the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Well, if you're on Twitter, you should follow at ChrisAmyKMOX because that is where we post every week our question of the week. And this week...
It's a big one.
It's a big one. Ranj thinks our questions are mundane. That's rude.
They've been a little mundane lately.
They're not mundane.
This is a mundane question.
What would have been a better one?
Do you like green bean casserole?
Yeah,
we did that
that
one.
was really mundane.
Yeah.
My God.
We're not.
What are we doing around here?
We're not shattering the earth here.
We are definitely not that. Breaking
Ranj
no
said
ground.
he wants all culture war questions on Twitter.
Yes, I want nothing but culture war.
That will go really well. No, our question of the week.
Next question of the week for next week.
Yeah.
Abortion, yes or no?
Can you be more specific?
Yeah, well, there's just yes or no.
Well, there's nuance to the issue.
So, question of the week for this week,
is,
mundane.
This is a culture war. What type of Christmas tree do you set up in your home? A real Christmas tree, an artificial one, both, or none Christmas trees?
Mine's quick. I'm sure I have the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. It's about 12 to 14 inches tall. It's got my one ornament on it. It's, of course, fake. And I've just got
That's a real ornament.
No, the artificial tree. And I just got in the mail the other day my smelly candle that came from that smells like Christmas, and I'm decorating.
You're good.
It's beautiful. I love it.
And it's a real Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Real tree.
Yeah.
Real tree. I even put my presents around it.
Well,
That's adorable. Do you buy really small presents, or do the presents outsize the tree?
Who am I buying presents for? I mean,
You've got a lot of
people
sisters.
say, "Have you done your Christmas shopping?" I'm like, "Yeah, but when you're such a big family, we're like beyond that."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Like, so I buy stuff for my mom, but I'm not a big Christmas shopper.
Yeah.
I love Christmas though.
My shopping is
Me too.
complete.
Is
well, how much did Georgianne get done?
No, that's the problem.
Oh no, this is even better.
the one thing she can't do.
Well, who does
Oh,
it?
that's your daughter.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
she
who it
learned
is.
from the master.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
That's good.
John has her go do it.
What kind of Christmas tree you have?
We have 2 artificial trees this year.
Well,
tactfully decorated. One in the front window and one in the family room.
you are in the popular majority, John Hancock, because according to our results, artificial trees have won with 72% of the vote.
Wow.
72%.
Soon we're gonna have-
12%, 12.4% have a real tree. 11.9% of our listeners have a none tree. And 3.3 have both. So there's, good number of people out there that have an
Soon,
artificial and
we're going to
a real one.
have the artificial intelligence tree.
Oh, no.
What's that look like?
It's all done. It just appears. Boom.
The fake trees are safer though, right? Because they
I
don't
think
catch
so.
fire and
Yeah,
stuff
they don't
like
catch
that.
Like
fire.
a hologram.
But some
Boom,
of them,
there it is. A hologram tree. You don't have to put it up. You don't have
Could
to
you
take it down.
imagine?
You don't have to string lights. Whatever ornaments you want. It's artificially intelligence. You get a little hologram box there, and you shine it on the wall.
Hologram box.
Done. That's
Well, like
I
a Christmas
am-
tree that's
I'm
projected
gonna
like
get
Yoda.
rich. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get rich. I'm gonna get rich.
Like all the Jedi after they die.
I am gonna
Yeah.
get rich. I'm so excited.
on the AI Christmas tree.
Yes, think about it.
The
I mean,
artificial
who
intelligence
says cutting
tree.
edge of technology more than John Hancock? And I mean, this thing is going to be big.
I don't know, dude.
The hologram tree.
But I'm behind
Do you love it?
I do.
Michael would love
Let's
it.
co-brand it.
All right, I'm in.
Let's get it.
Michael,
All
you
right.
want to invest?
Neither of us know anything about AI. What are we
Well,
going to do?
that's a slight problem. You can farm that stuff out.
Michael, do you want to invest?
In his idea, all of them. I'm in every Hancock idea.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember that bar we almost bought?
We did.
You almost bought a bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I've always thought, why wouldn't we want to own a bar? Like, just
Yeah.
try
It's-
it.
it's hard
one
work.
time.
It's hard work, but
And anybody
really
who owns
is.
a bar tells you don't own a bar.
Yeah.
But, why not? Would it be fun? Hancock and Kelly's.
Fellas,
Oh, yeah.
have a great weekend.
Yes.
We love you. Enjoy the snooker today.
Yes.
Michael's going to beat you again. I have
I
a feeling. I have a feeling.
The last time we played, he was really
I have a
good.
feeling. I have a
I don't
feeling.
know what the heck happened.
Go get it, boys. That's
All right,
Hancock
we'll
and
see ya.
Kelly. The
Go
Chris
Army.
and Amy show continues. Hour 2 is next. Scott Jagow will join the show.
Hey, Cardinal Cowboy here. Who would have thought a car crash would have led to charities, TV shows, and cheering with the best fans in the world? I'm thankful for every day. And so are my friends at Renner Garage Door. They've been turning garage doors from zero to hero since 1966. With help from trusted brands like Delden, Amar, and LiftMaster, honest family-style service you can count on. So giddy up and get your free repair or replacement quote today. Giddy up!
RENNER, RENNER.
This is Justin Brown with Krentz Financial Group. For over 6 decades, we've helped St. Louis families and businesses plan with purpose and live with confidence. As retirement approaches, one question matters most. How will you replace your paycheck? With decades of experience, we've helped retirees turn uncertainty into clarity through personalized income planning and steady guidance. Our proactive time for, with clarity, confidence, and peace of mind. Your goals, our mission. Start today at kfgadvisors.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services. Member FINRA/SIPC. Prince Financial Group is not a broker-dealer.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids, no matter where you are. Call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Thank you, St. Louis, for making Genesis of St. Charles the #1 Genesis dealer in Missouri for 2025. We know your time is valuable. That's why every purchase comes with 3 years of complimentary Genesis service valet. Unlock your e-price and save. That means complimentary vehicle pickup and delivery, plus a loaner vehicle at no additional cost. Or want something new? We'll bring the test drive to you. Visit genesisofstcharles.com during the Genesis Signature event. Based on GMA sales records for 2024. See dealer for details.
Celebrating 100 years of informing and entertaining. KMOX AM St. Louis, KMOX FM Hazelwood, the voice of St. Louis.
Give the best of Broadway right here in St. Louis. Muni season tickets are on sale now, just in time for the holidays. Our 2026 season includes Hairspray, Shrek the Musical, South Pacific, Disney's Newsies, Ain't Too Proud, The Life and Times of the Temptations, Meet Me in St. Louis, and Something Rotten. See all 7 shows starting at just $126. For tickets, visit muni.org.
At 10 o'clock, we have cloudy skies, 35 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Megan Lynch. We're expecting a quick shot of bitterly cold weather to hit St. Louis Saturday night into Sunday. Dr. Michael Smock with Mercy Hospital's burn unit told our news partners at Fox 2, those spending time outdoors with uncovered skin risk getting frostbite.
Anywhere exposed is at risk, and the highest risk are the parts that are at the end of our circulation, the fingers, the toes, ears, the tip of the nose.
Through its Code Blue activation, the city of St. Louis has emergency shelters open 24 hours a day through next Tuesday morning. KMOX meteorologist Dave Murray says we can expect the mother lode of cold to hit St. Louis.
An inch or less accumulation of snow on Saturday. Saturday night, partly cloudy and cold, going down to 4 degrees. The record -2 from 1901. Sunday, sunny, very cold, 14 for the high temperature.
St. Louis City street crews will be out pre-treating roads beginning this Friday morning. IDOT did some salting in the Metro East on Thursday night. Ousted University of Michigan football coach Sharon Moore due in court later today. More from CBS News national correspondent Jerika Duncan.
Before fired head football coach Sharon Moore's arrest, emergency dispatch audio reveals around 4 o'clock Wednesday afternoon.
According to the victim here, he did put a knife to his throat and ran out.
He walked out with several knives.
Moore was later detained by police and booked at the Washtenaw County Jail. No charging information has been released yet.
A St. Louis area pediatrician accused of writing drug prescriptions in exchange for sex, nude pictures, and money has pleaded guilty. Investigators say 67-year-old Craig Spiegel, who practiced in Bridgeton, targeted women who he treated as kids. According to court documents, one of the women he prescribed drugs to died as a result of an overdose in 2022. A man and woman were killed early today while changing a tire on a stretch of Interstate 55 in South St. Louis. City police say they were struck around midnight on northbound 55 near South Broadway. The interstate closed for several hours for investigators. No names have been released. From the business desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com. Excitement building in Kansas City and other host locations for next year's World Cup, but governing body FIFA facing backlash from soccer fans over its ticket pricing for the big international tournament.
Soccer fans have accused FIFA of a monumental betrayal after the latest prices for World Cup tickets began to circulate. The governing body allocates 8% of tickets to national associations for games involving their team to sell to the most loyal fans. A list published by the German Soccer Federation revealed prices range from $180 to $700 for varying group stage games. The lowest price for the final was $4,185, and the highest was $8,680. I'm Gethin Coolbaugh.
Lots of clouds and cold today, high 38, remaining cloudy tonight, though 25. Cloudy and very cold tomorrow. It'll become breezy, too. Our high 29, but temperature will slowly fall in the afternoon. Look for some snow to pass mainly north of the city throughout the day and end during the evening hours. Sunshine returns for Sunday, but it is going to be brisk and frigid with a high just 16. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk, I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Lundberg on 104.1 FM KMOX.
We have cloudy skies, 35 degrees downtown at the Arch. The weather is sponsored by the Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company, PennMutual.com/STL. At Penn Mutual, they believe that life insurance is the central part of a sound financial plan and that it can make an enduring impact for generations to come. Talk to your independent advisor or go to PennMutual.com/STL. Penn Mutual, trusted for life. I'm Megan Lynch, KMOX News.
The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Hour 2 of 3 of the Chris and Amy Show, 9 to noon every weekday on KMOX. And we love our texters. And you can be one of them for free at 314-9... Wait, actually, that's not true. I need to just say this real quick. It's not true. Depending on your provider and your plan, your cell phone plan, it may not be free.
You got a little CYA there.
What I'm saying is
false advertising.
I know. We are not going to charge you anything.
Unless
All
we
right?
commit fraud, which I don't think we are.
No, I don't think so. But you can text the show at any time of day, and you will not get in trouble.
Can I text the show in the middle of the night?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, we love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love to wake up to
does it
those
buzz?
texts. Yeah.
You hear it? Ding.
Right. I get all of the station text messages directly to my phone. 314-436-7900. And this text out of nowhere just says, and I'm going to read it as is.
Okay.
I will not edit it.
Okay.
It says, all our, A-R-E, all our sports teams sucks. Somebody is not happy with our sports teams, A-R-E.
It is a rough patch.
A rough patch?
A rough patch. I'll give it to the texter. It's a bit of a rough patch.
Well, the Blues are a little different because they're butt right now and they shouldn't be. They're supposed to be good, and they're not.
They are supposed to be good.
Right. The Cardinals are not supposed to be good right now. They're going through a transition. Anyway, Scott Jagow is here from the KMOX newsroom. Scott, what's up? 3 good things roaming St. Louis. Chat with Stu Mack on Sunday.
Yeah, chat with Stu Mack. We're still keeping it going as much as we can. And this week we're talking about a topic that Matt Pajeski brought up to us.
Oh, so it's something old man.
Yeah, something an old man would like. What is it?
It's about small talk.
You know how babies look like old men?
Yes.
That's like Matt. He has the sensibilities of an old man.
Which I
but
love.
He looks like he's a teenager.
Yeah, I know. I'm in a predicament.
But you dress like an old man, so that's good.
None of these are compliments, by the way. You dress old, but you look like a baby. So each one worse than the last one. Thanks.
Okay.
Don't worry, buddy. They get better.
You're not a pipsqueak, though.
Oh,
because
thanks.
Ranj called you a pipsqueak, and there were several people who said, no, he's not, because he works out.
I do. I'm like 6 foot.
You're taller than me,
He's
aren't
at
you?
least 6 feet.
I'm at 6'1", maybe on a
Oh,
good
no,
day,
I'm taller than
6'2".
you. All right.
It's been a while since I measured.
Yeah, but
Anyways.
you work out.
Anyway,
Ranj
guys,
does not.
this is Scott
also-
Jagow's time. Can we talk to Scott?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Matty
Damn.
also excellent guitar player.
Yes.
Thank
I
you.
saw on
Excellent?
Instagram.
Or just better than most people?
He's excellent.
No, he's excellent.
Okay.
Thank you. See, now you're making up for
See,
all those.
yeah, we're going
insults
back
earlier.
the other way.
You're like, look at this baby in old man clothes playing the guitar.
Okay. Let's move on.
All right, Scott.
Yes. So the topic is small talk.
Oh, wait, I'm going to derail it again.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I give up.
This texter says, hey, it makes sports betting easier when you know which team is currently absolute butthole. It's true. You know who to bet against when your team stink. So there you go.
That's
There's the
true.
silver lining.
That is a silver lining. Make
All right.
some money
All right.
on this.
Go ahead, Scott.
So,
Sorry.
chat with Stu Mac.
Yeah.
Continue.
Small talk
Yeah.
is the topic. Matt sent me a link to a story about this woman, this British author, who decided to quit small talk for a month and see what would happen because she had anxiety over small talk.
Really?
Yeah, she was very anxious about it. Like, what do I say? How do I respond when someone says something about the weather or some inane topic? And so she said, I'm not going to do that for a month and see what happens.
So real quick, so did she then do no talk, or did she go straight to deep talk?
Deep talk. So
Wow.
she would ask questions of people instead of talking about the weather or their kids or whatever. They're just going for the, curiosity questions. And it led to conversations. It's also led to some people wanting to smack her.
Right.
But, it was an interesting experiment.
So would it be a thing where somebody started small talk and she would ignore the small talk and go straight to substance?
Yes. Or she would not acknowledge it, or she would not engage with that.
You know what?
part
I
of
don't like it. And I don't like small talk either that much, but I don't like this, and I'll tell you why. It makes me think of, I knew this guy who was a sports information director at a university. Do you know what a sports information director is?
No.
Yes.
It's the person that delivers...
Gives out sports information to the media.
And so this guy, great guy, but he was incapable of small talk.
Yeah.
And you would go up to him and be like, hey, what's up? I'm going to call him Bill. He'd be like, hey, what's up, Bill? And he'd say, did you know Jenny Schmidt has 15 three-pointers in the month of August? I'm like, buddy, I'm asking you how you're doing.
So-
I don't need sports information right now.
I say this lovingly because, as you all know, like I am a Bible-believing Christian, so faith is a big part of my life. But sometimes you run into people in the church that are a little aggressive. And there was one guy that would skip the small talk and walk right up to you and say hi. Hi, Scott. Then hey, Amy.
Hey, Amy.
Yeah. Hey, do you know where you're going when you die?
Well, that's...
Oh my gosh! And so he did that at Starbucks
To the
one
furnace,
time.
probably.
I was at Starbucks and he walked in. He didn't see me. I just was there, and this guy, they're like, Bob, and he grabs his coffee and he turns to him and goes, Bob, do you know where you're going when you die? And he goes, I'm just trying to get a coffee, man.
Well,
so, and I say
I don't have time for
lovingly
this
because
existential
that's not
stuff.
really my approach, but it is funny. I know there are people who know people like that.
That's the extreme end. But she found out after a month. She had some nice conversations, and she felt like there was more meaning in her life having these conversations. But she also said at the end of the month, there's a place for small talk. It's a gateway to deeper conversations. And, you're pointing out examples of people that just don't get it.
Right.
They're socially awkward and not good at cues.
Here's
Well.
we had to go to the Christmas party last night.
Oh, no.
I had to work.
Oh, yeah.
I had to work.
I was
missed this.
volunteering with the Salvation Army while you guys were in your drunken revelry.
I'm not going to name any names, but we happen to have somebody who works at Odyssey St. Louis who just has really bad social skills. Nice person, but just doesn't know when it's their turn.
Oh, no.
Does not know. Or when it's, more importantly, doesn't know when it's not their turn.
Right, which is one of my pet peeves. We talk about this in the chat, is people who don't listen while you're having a conversation. That drives me insane.
I did
They're just
know that.
waiting to talk.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So they don't listen, so they don't get anything from the conversation
Yeah.
because all they can think about is what I want to say. It's all about me. And the other one is, and I think this is somewhat generational, is when you go into a store and the person doesn't greet you or say anything, or when you exchange, you're buying something from them, or you're at a restaurant and the person just doesn't say anything, and it's just disrespectful and it drives me nuts.
Have you experienced that a lot?
Yes, especially with younger people.
And I feel like I usually have been greeted because I always feel obligated to say goodbye when I leave, because it's a small store. So are these smaller stores? Where have
No,
you
not
been?
necessarily smaller stores, but I had an experience recently which was the opposite. I can't even remember where it was.
Okay.
But what I recall is this person was very genuine and meaningful in her interaction with me.
Yeah.
And I was impressed. I was like, no, that's how you're supposed to do it. Not just, just say nothing or be specifically distant, like not engaging at all. Like you could care. You would not care less.
How about this?
Yeah.
If you go to a place that's like a quick food place, or I'm talking like fast food, or the kind of place that's a step above fast food, and you get your order and they just hand it to you and don't say anything, like here's the bag, and they just shove it in your face,
You know what?
and they don't say here you go, have a great day, or anything. They just here's the bag of food shoved in your face. That's it.
So
that's off-putting.
What Scott, you're saying, I actually just thought of it because I had a good stretch where I was walking into little stores and it was either the shop owner, or a good friend who manages it. all very kind. But there were a couple stores I've been in recently where it's two Gen Z people, like you said, might be generational, where they're talking to them to each other, and then I have a question, and I feel bad interrupting because they haven't acknowledged me. And then I'm like, excuse me. And they look so irritated. And then I feel bad.
Yes.
Ugh.
You know, when that
happens a lot.
Yes.
I have that. When that happens, I listen for a couple of seconds to see if it's an important business thing. Like, hey, they got to take care of a problem in the moment at the store. And if I realize it's not, I will immediately butt in.
Yeah.
Like, immediately.
It's
I don't
never
care.
important. It was nails, hair, and then like some party.
Yeah,
I mean, I got a problem here.
I'm not completely patientless on this subject. I will also wait a moment. You know,
like maybe
it's
this is a problem.
You know, I mean, they're at a job for 8 hours a day. It's a grind, and I don't mind a little bit of that. But you can't ignore the customer. I'm not expecting you to hug me, but you have got to give me more respect, or I will say something to you and walk out.
Yeah. I'll start throwing
I will
stuff.
walk out.
Whatever's on the counter.
But I'll say something to them.
Whatever's on the counter, I'll start throwing it.
And I'm sure their bosses would be like, why did he leave in a huff? And it was because you didn't pay any attention to me.
Do you go home and write a letter?
I like that idea. I've never left someplace in a huff. Because I do feel like it's almost onomatopoetic because you're like,
oh my gosh.
Like, I'm leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you leave in a huff. This place.
I don't usually leave in a huff, but I like the idea of, you know, if you do that, I don't want to give you my business.
I put the exclamation point on it. I like to say, I will never come back here again. And you have to emphasize never.
I like it.
And you have to make sure everybody hears it and that you create a scene because you're always going to look like the bigger person. I will never come back here again.
Have either of you two fine gentlemen created a scene?
Ooh, that's a good question. Yes. I'm going to have to think about it, but
Yeah,
I know
you're the kind
have.
of guy that would create a scene.
I might create a scene, but not, you know.
Ron would
it's
encourage
rare.
others to create a scene. He loves to
you know
watch
what
a scene.
I'd stand next to Scott and be like, he's disrespecting you, Scott. What are you going to do about it?
Go create a scene.
You would encourage
What are you
it.
going to do about it, Scott?
Yeah.
You
want to see a
That's
scene.
really
Timing you.
emasculating. I would be furious.
Oh, man. That's not a good look for him, don't you think, Scott? You got to do something about it?
Because Matt Pauley got into a fight in the turkey aisle of Walmart.
I would absolutely instigate. I need to go shopping with Matt Pauley. Can we arrange
Didn't
that?
he use the phrase, we can do this the easy way or the hard way?
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I can see Matt doing that.
Walmart in the frozen food
Was
aisle.
it really at Walmart?
Yes, because it was before Thanksgiving, and his wife needed to buy some things, and
I
they were
love
closing
it.
off aisles. He's
I
like, we
love
can
it.
do this the easy way.
I think he said something like, I'm going to walk out of here either with a turkey or in handcuffs.
That's something like that. That's right.
That's awesome.
Forgot about that.
We could do this the easy way or the violent way. Pick.
Have you
choose.
ever punched anybody?
No.
Just asking.
You have.
I have once.
Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, I can. One time in my entire life. Not when I was a kid, when I was a grown man. It takes a lot. I'm not a
puncher?
fighter. I'm not. And before that, I hadn't even been in a physical altercation at all. But I was.
Did you say that after you threw the punch? I'm sorry.
No,
I've honestly never
I
been.
swear, I just was pushed over the edge. And this is a weird story, but I was playing pool
Okay.
in Lawrence, Kansas.
Oh, those
And
Jayhawks.
with a guy who I just met a few minutes earlier, and we were playing on the same team, you know, against two other people.
Yeah.
And throughout the entire series of games, he just kept screaming at me if I didn't hit the shot. And he kept screaming at me. And I'm like, dude, back off.
Like, sorry.
I wasn't having my best game.
Make
but-
the shot or because you were too slow?
You're on the same team.
No, because if I didn't make it, he was getting angry.
'Cause you were
at
on the
me.
same team.
Yeah, we're on the same team. So
you were screwing up his game.
He pushed it one time too far, and I just punched him right in the stomach.
That's a
it wasn't
great
that
spot to
hard.
punch
I know,
somebody.
but it was like it was
You
just
know
a
what?
jab. I couldn't. It was. I did not expect it to happen, but it happened. And then he looked like he looked like he was going to cry. This guy who had been harassing me for
There's
an
something,
hour.
There's something very funny about punching somebody in the stomach.
let
Because
me
usually
finish.
you're expecting
Okay.
a face punch and you get hit in the
Yeah,
stomach. Like,
I
what
mean,
the
I don't think I
hell?
can punch somebody in the face, but it was just like a little. So anyway, we go back to the. I go to the bar after we finished playing because I was like, I'm done. And then he came over. I swear this is a true story. He came over and he looked at me. He goes, I know I may have made you mad, but did you have to punch me?
Was he crying?
He was on the verge of it. He was a townie. You know, like
Yeah, I know
in
what a
college
townie
tennis.
is.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he was definitely a townie. And anyway, I was just coming through on a trip and stayed a couple nights there. And I remember it was about 9 degrees below zero. But the one time I punched somebody in the stomach. I don't know why I thought of that, but I was thinking of Matt
That's
Pauley.
really great.
You know,
Matt
throwing
Pauley.
turkey legs.
I mean, this is like a movie where you punch him in the stomach, which, like Ranj said, is a funny place to punch.
It really is.
And if he was just,
I appreciate
he started to well up. His eyes started to tear up a bit. Like, for some reason, this is one of the best
What if he
punching
had come up to
stories
you
I've
and been
ever
like,
heard.
you know what, I'm sorry, I'm just not very good with people. And wouldn't you have felt bad?
Oh, I did feel bad. I still feel bad about it.
He probably still has
But he did have it coming. I mean, he really did.
I bet he went and puked because of you.
Did he look
I
like
bet
he
you-
was going to throw up? I think I would throw up.
No, it wasn't that hard.
Yeah, he got the winter vomiting disease because of you.
The winter vomiting disease.
Do you not know about the winter vomiting
gosh.
disease?
No.
It's norovirus. That's the other term for it. Did you
Oh.
know that?
I hadn't heard that phrase. I've heard of norovirus because I am scared of it.
And our resident biggest baby who texts into the show, Harambe.
No, he's not a baby. He's a
Harambe,
great
because
listener.
I said you could text whenever you want, and then Harambe says, unless you text too much, then you get in trouble.
More like Haram Bebe.
Harambe, you big crybaby. We
I
love
love
you.
Haram Bebe.
Scott Jagow, roaming St. Louis, 3 good things.
Oh my gosh.
6:30 to 9:30 every Sunday morning
You're the
on
best.
104.1 FM KMOX.
Overhead Door Company of St. Louis, the genuine, the original, present 100 years of KMOX.
We have some stunning breaking news.
There, when hope took the mic.
We did locate Ben this afternoon in the city of Kirkwood, and we've also located Sean Hornbeck.
Sean Hornbeck was sometimes seen outside the basement apartment where he and Ben Ownby were recently found. 14-year-old Montserrat Arias remembers hearing noises come from the basement apartment.
Someone was talking to him, and he would respond, but not yelling at him at all.
11-year-old Sean Hornbeck wouldn't come home for 1,558 days.
The crimes against Sean and Ben are among the worst that any parent could ever encounter.
Their captor, pizza parlor manager Michael Devlin, eventually pled guilty.
What really just made me hold on strong is knowing that my parents will always look for me.
There for every headline, every heartbreak, every heartbeat. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
For 100 years, KMOX has been part of St. Louis. Now, Together Credit Union is helping celebrate that legacy. Starting in November, visit any Together Credit Union branch to pick up a KMOX 100th anniversary commemorative ornament for just $5 while supplies last. Each ornament supports Children's Miracle Network of Greater St. Louis. Together Credit Union, honoring 100 years of KMOX, the voice of St. Louis, and Children's Miracle Network of Greater St. Louis, improving the health of all children.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
This is Trainer Games.
Watch it on Prime Video starting January 8th.
Hi, I'm Jim Brennan with McKelvey Homes. The Brennans love celebrating the holidays at home, and there's never been a better time to move up to McKelvey with our Home for the Holidays sale. Save big with savings of $25,000 plus up to $10,000 cash at closing on every move-in ready home, and on select homes, special financing starting at 4.75%. We have a wide variety of homes with all the most popular features selected by our experienced design team. Visit McKelveyHomes.com and move up to McKelvey.
Great news, Nick. Legacy boxes are still in stock. With Christmas just around the corner, there's still time to buy the best Christmas gift ever. Legacy Box.
That's right, Adam. Order today and Legacy Box ships immediately. It'll arrive ready to wrap and place under the tree.
Gather the family together this Christmas and collect all your old VHS and camcorder tapes, slides, pictures, and film reels. Then you can binge on the good old days.
From fading over time to risks like fire and water damage, your memories aren't protected unless they're on a digital format. Legacy Box helps you replay those great moments from the past, from Christmas morning to your wedding day.
Legacy Box is the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. All the work is done right here in the USA, and over 1 million customers have trusted Legacy Box.
This Christmas is the time to digitize. Visit legacybox.com/value for exclusive holiday savings. That's legacybox.com/value for last-minute shopping. legacybox.com/value.
Renewal by Andersen is the #1 window and door brand for customer service. Schedule your free inspection today. Call 877-WINDOWS. That's 877-WINDOWS. Or head to rbastl.com.
Hi, I'm Wendy Weiss, KMOX alum. On 100 years.
So I was ringing the bell for the Salvation Army at the De Pere Dierbergs yesterday. We had someone text and say, hey, I looked for you at the De Pere Schnooks. No one was at the Red Kettle. I was at the Dierbergs. So the De Pere Dierbergs off Lindeman Road. And thank you. We had so many listeners come out. Rick showed up with a plastic bag full of cash and then and rolls of coins. And he showed up, he had all this cash and all of these coins. He said, this is our cuss jar money.
Your cuss jar?
Yeah, he brought the cuss jar money. He said it was a rough year. It looked like it was. And he said it was just the family cuss jar. And so I was laughing, and we were unrolling the coins and putting all the coins in the kettle. And he also traveled a lot, so he had to sift through them because he had French francs, like pre-euro. He had some coins from China. He had some British pounds.
Oh.
I know. It was like pretty interesting. He's like, you should keep this. He's like, the French franc. I'm like,
well,
I
do love a good British pound. You ran into my guy, Kirk Champion.
I did. He said not to say anything.
Oh, he did? Well, too bad. I'm saying it.
He said he might owe people money.
He owes people money?
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying it. Kirk, a Granite City guy, his dad, Babe, the baseball field is named after him. It's a great baseball family, and Kirk working in the White Sox minor league system.
We talked for like 20 minutes. So nice. Really, really nice guy. Then Vince, after my shift was over at Dierbergs, I walked around to get some food at Dierbergs, and I kind of had my arms full. I didn't grab a basket because I just needed a couple of things. And there was a man who, his whole vibe, I loved it. Very academic.
Was he wearing a scarf?
Lawyerly, yes, and like round glasses. And I just like his whole vibe. I loved so much. And we passed each other a couple times. And after the second time, he said, throw that stuff in my cart. I'll get it for you. I said, no, you don't have to do that. And he said, no. He goes, you were out there ringing the bell. I can buy your groceries. And I said, no, don't, thank you so much. I enjoy ringing the bell. And Vince was so nice. Eric stopped by. There were so many people who came on by. I love watching the kids put the money in the Red Kettle.
Yeah.
So a lot of kids stopped by. So I will be ringing the bell again Christmas Eve, 10 a.m.
Fantastic.
10 a.m. to noon at the De Pere Dierbergs.
Well, we know that there has been quite a bit of confusion lately about vaccine mandates, recommendations, what the guidelines really are. And that's been going on for a while now and has accelerated in the last several months. To try and set things straight for us, Dr. Rachel Orschlin is a professor of pediatrics and infectious diseases at WashU, and we'll talk in particular about the hepatitis B vaccine for newborns and what the recommendations are. We'll talk to Dr. Orschlin next on KMOX.
Buckle up, St. Louis. The hot stove is already blazing as Heim Bloom gets to work. The Blues look to make December one to remember, and we're following every shift. And as KMOX races towards its 100th anniversary, the Gas House Gang celebrates the legendary voices that made it America's sports voice. Big stories, big moments, and the biggest names in St. Louis sports all month long. The Gas House Gang, weekdays at noon on KMOX.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RAIN to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RAIN to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RAIN.
Now, KMOX weather from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk.
It's cloudy and bright outside Studio B. Chilly today, 34 right now. A high of only 37. Tonight, cloudy and cold with a low of 25.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
This holiday, give the gift that lasts all season long. Cardinals ticket packs are on sale now, starting at 5, 6, and 10 games. All packs include 2026's top games and favorite giveaways. Backed by popular demand, choose from the opening day pack or the bobblehead pack. Check out the Cubs pack, weekend pack, or apparel pack. There's a pack for everyone. Find your perfect gift right now at cardinals.com/tickets.
The holidays come and go, but Cardinals baseball lasts all season long. This year, give the gift of all-inclusive tickets, featuring a full buffet, complimentary bar, and unbeatable views at Busch Stadium. Enjoy great food, good times, and every moment of the action. Choose your experience in the Budweiser 703 Club, UMB Champions Club, Coca-Cola Scoreboard Patio, and more. Make your holidays brighter with all-inclusive tickets. On sale now at cardinals.com/tickets.
Overhead Door Company of St. Louis is hiring residential garage door technicians and installers. Join the team trusted here since 1926. Apply today, get a call today. No experience necessary. We will train motivated applicants to repair and install garage doors. Mechanical, carpentry, and service industry experience is a plus. Hiring bonus up to $4,000. Benefits include health, dental, vision, and pension. Earn as you learn to service the best garage door customers in St. Louis. Apply today at overheaddoorstlouis.com.
This holiday season, when you get them STIHL, batteries are included. Buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit STIHLUSA.com for gift ideas and seasonal savings. Happy holidays from STIHL. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
The St. Louis University men's soccer team is heading to the College Cup, the Final Four of the NCAA tournament. The Pelicans face North Carolina State tonight. Catch all the action live starting at 7 p.m. on 104.1 FM KMOX.
that shot we all got as babies, so the 3-part shot. Hepatitis C, hepatitis A, like the other ones, when do you get those?
Oh, okay. That's a great question. So we started routinely vaccinating infants for hepatitis B in the 1990s. So many of us may have not gotten those when we were infants.
Okay.
Hepatitis A vaccine, which is a vaccine that protects against a different viral infection, starts at 12 months of age, and it's a 2-dose series. And we don't currently have a vaccine available for hepatitis C, which is another chronic viral infection.
So we know what hepatitis B can do. In particular, is it can damage your liver, and in a lot of cases, it leads to liver failure. So how important is it to get the hepatitis B vaccine?
I would say it's very important. So the interesting thing about hepatitis B is that the infection is typically asymptomatic for a very prolonged period of time. So people often don't know that they are infected. But as you mentioned, over time it can lead to damage to the liver, fibrosis of the liver, liver failure, and liver cancer.
Was hepatitis B one that doctors recommended starting in the 90s so all the kids got them, or was it mandated, like if you wanted your child to go to school?
I don't know when the requirement for school came into play, and that is different based on different states. But I can tell you that it was routinely recommended for infants starting in the 1990s.
Okay, so the recommendation right now is that newborns, the regularly scheduled vaccines that have been going on for years, that is what parents should be doing with their newborn kids, right? So in your opinion, nothing there should change?
That's my opinion. I think it's a safe vaccine. There's no new information to suggest that there's any safety problem. And I think one thing that people don't understand is the risk for hepatitis B. Many people assume you can only get hepatitis B as an infant if your mother's infected, that maternal to child transmission. But that turns out not to be true. About half of hepatitis B infections that occurred in childhood were from someone other than the mother. And in up to a third of cases, it was from someone not even in their household.
How do you get it?
Yeah.
So, we typically think of the transmission as occurring through mother-to-child transmission or contact with body fluids or blood, but it turns out very small amounts of hepatitis B can be in things like blood, tears, wounds, certainly, and even in saliva. So there have been examples of children who have transmitted in daycare centers through close contact or bites.
Oh, that's probably not good. Okay, so I know I mentioned the vaccine skepticism that's existed for a while, but it has really ramped up in the last 5 years or so. What do you do to break through with that message to assure people that these vaccines are safe? And I know it's tougher to do when the head of HHS is a vaccine skeptic. So how are you at the research level? How are you able to do that?
Well, I think it's really important for people to talk with their trusted healthcare advisor about vaccines, all vaccines, and specifically about the hepatitis B vaccine. What I say to people is, vaccines are studied for safety and efficacy in clinical trials, and that's usually tens of thousands of people. But even after a vaccine is released for use within the population, there is ongoing monitoring for any adverse events. And that's through a couple different systems. There's the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System. Anybody can make a report if they think they've had an adverse event. And then there are other even larger systems like the Vaccine Safety Data Link that look at millions of patients and try to determine if there's any adverse event associated with any vaccination. And we have no new information from any of those sources to suggest that there's any new adverse event associated with hepatitis B vaccine.
So for a lot of people, it is a risk-reward thing where, for me, and growing up, it was just, you get the vaccines that you're supposed to get because, we know they're tested, we know they're good. But for a lot of people now, and more people now, it is a risk-reward decision. They say, what are my chances of getting this, whatever the disease is, versus what the damage of the vaccine is going to cause me? Can you measure that for people? Can you give them an idea of what the risk-reward is?
Well, what I will say is that people dramatically overestimate the risk of vaccines. The most common adverse event from vaccine is soreness at the site of injection, redness at the site of injection, low-grade fever. These are really temporary symptoms associated with vaccination. And you really have a lifetime risk of these infectious diseases. And the important thing about vaccines is that you get the vaccine before you have the exposure. So prior to routine vaccination, we saw that many adolescents and adults would become infected with hepatitis B because they didn't get vaccinated at a later date. We can vaccinate children as infants, and that provides them with decades worth of protection against hepatitis B.
One of my favorite vaccines is the polio and also tetanus because I am so afraid of rusty stuff. So I am grateful for that one. And I know as a kid, I had to get the tetanus shot because, kids, they're like running into stuff back when playgrounds were super dangerous, like wood and rusty nails.
When they were fun.
When they were fun, yes. For my playground, we had to get vaccines.
Yes.
We need to make those playgrounds a little more dangerous again. So, I feel like for me, I'm grateful for all those vaccines. But let's say, because they talked about the new RNA vaccine with COVID and so forth. And if people have questions, what would you say to someone who's like, yeah, I like vaccines, but sometimes I feel like some of these questions with COVID are real questions and I just feel nervous because I don't know what to believe.
Yeah, I think, again, one of the best things you can do when you have questions about vaccinations, just like you do for other health issues, is talk to your trusted healthcare advisor. I think that's really the most important thing because that person who takes care of your health, who counsels you on prevention of other chronic diseases, treats you for your illnesses, that's the person who's best suited to talk to you about vaccinations. But you can also look at reliable sources, university-based sources. The CDC in the past has been a good source for looking at information related to vaccinations. There's so much information out there. Looking at vaccine studies can be very cumbersome if you're trying to look at all the data. But there are places like the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia has a nice vaccine information site where you can look at common questions related to vaccination and how those institutions address these questions.
Dr. Rachel Orshland is with us from Washington University, professor of pediatrics and infectious diseases. We've heard a lot of stories about measles making a resurgence in the last couple of years. How bad is it right now, and how concerned should people be, and how do they protect themselves and their kids against it?
Well, I'll start with the protection. The best way to protect yourself against measles is to be vaccinated. We typically vaccinate children starting at 12 months of age and then another dose before school attendance. And those two vaccines together provide 98% protection against measles. So that's the first step. We are continuing to see outbreaks of measles in the United States, and it concerns me. I actually was looking over some information on the CDC website about measles cases. We've had the highest number in the last 25 years, cases in the U.S. I looked back to 1985, where rates of vaccinations were much lower, and we had more like over 20,000 cases occurring in the U.S. each year. And I think that's a warning to us to continue to keep our guard up in terms of vaccinations. We require about 95% of the population to be vaccinated in order to prevent these outbreaks, that so-called herd immunity. And we've seen the rates of vaccination in school children drop. And I think if we continue to allow that to occur, we will start to see larger numbers of measles in our region and throughout the country.
So in the mid-'80s, it was about 20,000 cases per year, you said, right?
Over 20,000 cases per year of measles in the U.S.
So what is it now? Or what has it been before, recent times where people are afraid of vaccines?
A few hundred cases or less than that. In the last year, we saw over 1,000 cases in the U.S. So definitely a very large spike compared to prior years.
Yeah, and I was reading in NBC News that the hepatitis B vaccine cut down on hepatitis B cases by 99%, which is a pretty effective number.
Pretty good.
and I get to about, when you become a parent, I'm sure all of a sudden you're thinking about things, differently than you ever did before. And so I definitely feel that. For me, even with COVID, right, when everything was so unknown and the COVID vaccine seemed even different, right, than the vaccines I'd gotten before, I just kind of waited. And I'm like, I don't trust COVID. Like COVID has real side effects, just like,
you are absolutely
the
correct.
other diseases. Like there's real side effects to measles and polio and COVID. And
100%.
So I did personally, I got, the COVID vaccine. But I guess I say that because I understand, when people feel a little scared or hesitant, but I always look at the side effects of the diseases and think, oh, that seems pretty bad.
You are absolutely correct. And for things like measles, we know that about 1 in 1,000 kids will die from measles. 1 in 1,000 can develop permanent brain damage from measles. To me, that's a pretty high number. Mm-hmm. And so we know with vaccination, which is incredibly safe, you're very unlikely to have an adverse event that causes any long-term side effect.
Because there is so much confusion right now, I don't think we really know what the recommendations are, the guidelines are, and even when you hear them, you're getting two different sets of recommendations from two different entities. What is the best thing, other than, I guess, talk to your doctor or your own physician? What is the best thing or best piece of advice you can give to people?
Well, I would say I look to the American Academy of Pediatrics to provide guidance on child health. This is an organization that's devoted to the health of children. So right now, that's my North Star in terms of looking at preventative measures for children. Additionally, the Pediatric Infectious Diseases Society, we're really focused on infectious diseases, and the Infectious Disease Society of America. Again, these are great institutions that are really dedicated to protecting health and preventing infectious diseases.
From Washington University, Professor of Pediatrics and Infectious Diseases, Dr. Rachel Orchlin, we appreciate your time today. Thank you for talking with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
That is Dr. Orchlin from WashU. That's Amy Marks-Kors. I'm Chris Ranji. This is the Chris and Amy Show on KMOX.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The Dave Glover Show is excited to partner with Hardee's and Operation Food Search for their holiday food drive. Dave and the crew will be out at Hardee's in St. Peter's on Friday, December 19th, starting at 1 p.m. All donations benefit Operation Food Search to help children and families facing food insecurities. The Dave Glover Show, Hardee's, and Operation Food Search, and the Holiday Food Drive. Get all the details about the campaign, or to make a donation online, head to KMOX.com/events.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-999-3339. That's 800-999-3339. Again, that's 800-999-3339.
At Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital, every moment with our patients is a gift. This holiday season, you can be the reason children have hope as they fight serious illness and reach milestones once thought impossible. Your gift provides life-saving care to those who need it most. Please donate today at treeofhope.org and be the reason a child has hope for tomorrow.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards.
treatments. Refresh your home today with window images, blinds, and shades. We have everything you need for updating your window treatments. We carry vinyl, aluminum, and faux wood blinds, cellular shades, and more. Plus, you can get them trimmed to width in-store for free. Also, be sure to check out the weekly flyer on Menards.com for all our great deals happening this week.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM, KMOX. Now, did you see this? With Chris and Amy.
I'm just going to get the downer out of the way because it is relevant.
Why would you even do that? All right, go
because
ahead.
we just spoke with the
Go
doctor.
ahead.
The South Carolina measles outbreak is accelerating. At
Great.
least 111 people have contacted the viral infection in South Carolina since October. More than 250 people are quarantined. And of the 111 cases, 105 are unvaccinated. So they said it's not great. The reason why the outbreak is spreading is because of, quote, lower than hoped for vaccination rates.
So
that's the downer. I got that one out of the way.
It's just really frustrating that we could essentially in this country be done with a disease. Like we were done with some of this stuff. Like they were eradicated. And because there's all this dumb vaccine skepticism,
Well,
now they all come back.
They should have like measles. Don't call it a comeback. Like a whole campaign.
You think that's going to work?
Would it be for or against
What
measles?
was our didn't we have a campaign? Oh, it wasn't about vaccines. It was about Bud Light.
Oh, yeah. Bud Lighten Up.
Yeah.
I just thought of one for measles
That's right.
about getting
Bud
vaccinated.
Lighten Up.
Because measles starts with me or stops with me. Right? That's pretty good for a vaccine campaign.
I think it's,
like I got vaccinated because measles stops with me.
I don't. Hey, I don't know if we're about to do our football pick'em with Andy
Yeah.
Bennis. That's coming up
It's not
here.
called usels. It's measles.
It is a pretty selfish disease, isn't it? And it's really turned into a selfish thing overall.
Well,
selfish. You're not getting the vaccine. You're not having your kids vaccinated for it. It's very selfish. Now it is the
Now it's
measles.
the usels.
Well, now, yeah, you're right. It's the usels.
It's not just the measles. It's the usels. Anyway, go
Dude,
ahead.
Did you see the Buccaneers game last night?
I did not.
the
I was
Bucks-
ringing the bell.
Oh my God, the Bucks and Falcons. The Falcons were down 2 touchdowns late.
Okay.
And Tampa Bay absolutely blew it. They gave up 15 points. And they missed the 2-point conversion attempt, so they were still down by 2
Okay.
late, and they still came back and beat Tampa Bay. Man, it was an absolute, just a bad game. Very bad game overall for Tampa Bay, and that is how Week 15 starts. But don't worry, a bunch of intriguing matchups that we will
Okay.
get into with the No Prize Pick'em Challenge, and Andy Bennis
Awesome.
is our celebrity picker. Zach is our listener.
Wow.
And Zach, by the way, Amy, has already texted into the show, and he feels very unconfident.
Oh, be confident, Zach.
Well, he said he's not confident because he looked up Andy Bennis.
Yeah.
Looked him up. He looked up Andy Bennis and realized he's a first-round pick, so now he's nervous.
When you have friends with the same name, like we knew a bunch of Nicks, so we would say like Game Nick, Smart Nick, Fun Nick, Bush Nick.
Yeah,
We had
yeah,
all the
yeah.
names.
Yeah.
My brother has a bunch of friends named Zach.
Well,
and
how
so
about
he's
that?
got Police Zach, alcoholic Zach.
Yeah.
And I wonder which Zach this is. This is
We're going to find
No
out.
Price Pick'em Zach. Here's some positive news since we've really bummed everybody out with the usels and the measles. For most people living in the U.S., right? So that's most of us listening. You've already seen the earliest sunset of the year. So the days are still getting shorter, but the way it all works with the sun, the evenings will get brighter from here on out. It'll be slowly, but we've already experienced the earliest sunset of the year, which always arrives before the shortest day of the year in terms of daylight. The winter solstice is December 21st. Because our clocks are programmed to think a day is exactly 24 hours long, but the length of the day measuring the sun is not, so there's a discrepancy.
So what you're saying, are the days still getting shorter?
The days are still getting shorter, but the sun is staying out later. We've already seen the earliest sunset, which is good. I think that's great. I can handle darkness in the morning more than I can at night. And also, totally unrelated to anything, 60 days until
spring training?
Pitchers and Catchers Report.
Oh, okay. It's 60 days
60 days today.
Oh, how about that?
We did have a texter ask if Chaim Bloom is going to keep the Cardinal Cowboy on. I don't think that's under his purview.
Yeah, I don't think that has anything
the Cardinal
to do with...
Cowboy is under the purview of Chaim Bloom.
Yeah, that isn't how that works at all. But
Well, it's worth asking. Maybe you should ask Chaim.
I should. You know what? Next time we get an opportunity to speak to Chaim Bloom, I'm going to ask him if the Cardinal
And then ask him
Cowboy
about
gets to
my
stay.
hashtag that I invented, Chaim to Fly.
He's going to hate it, but I will ask him.
Okay.
All right. Amy Marks Kors, Chris Ranji, the former #1 overall pick, Andy Bennis, former Cardinal. He's going to be on the show when we come back. And the reason he's on is he is participating in our No Prize Pick'em Challenge against listener Zach from Baldwin. Are you ready to go? I'm ready to go. Amy Marks Kors is ready to go. That is next on KMOX.
In St. Louis, the weather can change in an instant. One day, you're under a thunderstorm warning. The next,
oh boy, it's snowing.
Stay prepared for whatever Mother Nature throws your way. When weather threatens, the KMOX Storm Center has expert forecasts and live reports here to keep you safe and informed. Don't get caught off guard. Know your weather. Sponsored by
Seliga Heating and Cooling.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/life.
Welcome to Willie's Wings, home of the secret sauce.
I'll take a dozen wings. Oh, by the way, I love that sauce. What's in it?
Can't tell you.
Why not?
It's a secret.
While many financial advisors claim to have the secret sauce, they don't. In fact, if their sauce is so good, why are they keeping it a secret? Steve All of the All Financial Group doesn't keep anything a secret. He knows there's much more to retirement planning than stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. He'll develop a strategy designed specifically for you. It's your own secret sauce for retirement. Call Steve today at 636-230-8824 for your personal portfolio x-ray. Call 636-230-8824 or online at yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Fine, you want to know what's in the sauce?
Absolutely.
Tablespoon of paprika.
Really?
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis, KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. 600 Kelwood, St. Louis.
At 11 o'clock, we have cloudy skies, 35 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Megan Lynch. There's continued pressure on Governor J.B. Pritzker and majority Democrats to amend the Safety Act in Illinois.
Following the lead of other sheriffs, like the one in Randolph County, Madison County Sheriff Jeff Connors pleading with the governor to do more than say he's open to consider improvements to the no-cash bail program. Connors says he wants Pritzker and legislative leaders to have an honest conversation with law enforcement about what is and what is not working for public safety. Connors says the law limits their ability to keep violent and repeat offenders in custody. He says his top priority as sheriff is to protect those who live, work, and raise families in Madison County. Brad Choate, KMOX News.
The executive director of the Illinois Sheriff's Association is optimistic that some of the state's top public safety minds will get a meeting with Governor Pritzker and key lawmakers.
Is it probably going to be everything that we would hope for? Unlikely. There's certainly a potential for some changes.
That's ISA head Jim Kychik, who spoke with our affiliate WBBM in Chicago. A lawsuit's been filed to block construction of President Trump's White House ballroom. CBS's Linda Kenyon has the story.
The first major lawsuit has been filed by the National Trust for Historic Preservation. It names President Trump and others, including Interior Secretary Doug Burgum. The lawsuit argues the administration failed to undergo legally required reviews or receive congressional authorization for the project. The president had said the ballroom would be near but not touching the White House structure, then later demolished the entire East Wing.
President Trump last night said the ballroom will be completed in a year and a half before he leaves office. From the business desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com, Reddit suing the Australian government over its new law banning social media accounts for children under 16. We get more from CBS News correspondent Michael Wallace.
The Internet Message Board site argues the ban infringes on children's rights to political communication. Reddit is one of 10 social media platforms, along with Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat, that now have to set 16 as the minimum age for account holders. Mark Butler is Australia's health minister.
The idea that this is some action by Reddit to protect the political freedoms of young people is a complete crock.
Australian officials say the ban will protect younger kids from the sexual exploitation and mental health issues linked to social media. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Lots of clouds and cold today, high 38, remaining cloudy tonight, though 25. Cloudy and very cold tomorrow. It'll become breezy, too. Our high 29, but temperature will slowly fall in the afternoon. Look for some snow to pass mainly north of the city throughout the day and end during the evening hours. Sunshine returns for Sunday, but it is going to be brisk and frigid with a high just 16. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk, I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Lundberg on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Currently, we have 35 degrees in St. Peters, 36 in Florissant, and 35 with cloudy skies downtown at the Arch. I'm Megan Lynch, KMOX News.
Sponsored by Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty 314-325-6888.
Need to sell your home and you want the most money? The name to remember is Gloria Lou. Yes, Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty at 314-325-6888 and start packing.
Chris Ronchi, Amy Marks Kors. The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Okay, boys, here we go. Hey, from the top now, let's go. Who's ready for some football? Football!
Why are you smiling? Because I love football.
So glad football season's back.
Ripped, but right at Gallego. Rolling hit it right on the nose, but right at Gallego, and that'll do it. A complete game for Andy Bennis, who now ups his record to 10-8 and is now a .500 pitcher in his career.
How about Andy Bennis? First round, first overall pick and that has intimidated our listener, Zach, today. It is time for the No Prize Pick'em Challenge, and we are looking forward to this slate of football games. Let us first welcome in our listener, Zach, who is from Baldwin and is ready to participate. How's it going, Zach?
It's going great. How are you?
We're doing okay. Are you ready to go?
I am ready, yes.
Zach, quick question for you. Do you like the nickname Zacharoni and Cheese?
I kind of like the Drunk Zach nickname, but Zacharoni and Cheese also works. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, but you could be. Let's go with Drunk Zach. It's easiest. We welcome in now former Cardinals pitcher Andy Benes is with us on KMOX. How's it going, Andy?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Zach? I'm doing well, Andy. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Did you hear that, Andy? He's intimidated by you because you were number 1 overall draft pick.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, you really were.
He said it. He texted.
It was 1988, so I'm a little beyond my prime for sure.
Well, we're happy to have you.
Yeah,
we think.
Well, I'm a huge Colts fan, being from Indiana, and we lost our quarterback, and we just signed Grandpa Phil Rivers, so I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
I saw someone the other day. They're like, "Hey, you going to sign up?" I go, "No, they don't." Yeah.
Well, listen.
I'm way past my prime.
Hey, listen, but you're in Cardinals lore forever, and nobody can take that away from you. And we are going to get to the Colts game. Don't you worry about that, okay? So,
yeah, you got it.
Yeah, so this is.
You sound so down.
He does sound down. It's all right, but don't worry.
I'm more excited about being a 2-touchdown underdog. I'm more excited about seeing a game like that than I probably normally would be. But hey, we'll see what he can do.
He sounds like me.
He does.
As a Bears fan.
I know. It's so dejected.
It's just like it's over. The season's over. It sucks. That's how I sound.
No, that's not me. We're going. Me and 2 of my boys and my brother-in-law are going to the Colts San Francisco game next Monday night.
Fun.
So,
that's
super
awesome.
Fun.
Yeah, that'll be great. We will get to that game. Let's start first with this one. And the way you guys know, or if you don't know, the way this works is we're going to go through a handful of games. You just tell us who you think is going to win that game and tell us why you think they're going to win that game, even if the reason is silly. And then we will go to the Sunday night game, and that will serve as our tiebreaker. You'll give us the winner and the total amount of points scored. So that's how it works. Very, very simple. And Zach, you know what you win if you come out on top this week?
Probably no prize.
Correct. You get nothing.
Right. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. So best of luck to you.
You get tickets to the Rams game.
That's hurtful.
The St. Louis Rams.
That's right.
It's just an old ticket stub. Yeah, for a game that already happened.
I'll tell you what. Let's start out. I'll take Atlanta. How about that?
No. That game's already
the
happened.
only one I'll get right.
No,
Yeah.
Andy, it's already happened. We can't go with that one.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Let's start with this one. The Kansas City Chiefs, they are fighting for their playoff lives. They are 6-7. It is still possible for them to make the playoffs. A lot of things have to go right. They host the Chargers, Zach.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I will stick with the hometown or the home state team this today.
Okay. What do you think, Andy Benes?
Well, the Chargers it's a huge game for them for playoff implications, but they're probably like Miami playing in the cold. It doesn't work out for them as well. And I was a former Charger season ticket holder, but I think the Chiefs win.
All right, Chiefs it is.
All right. Every time I pick the Chiefs, they lose. Every time I pick against the Chiefs, they win. So I'm taking one for the team and picking the Chargers.
You're picking the Chargers. Yep. Well, I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. It's amazing. They're 6-7, and they are facing a team that's 9-4, and they are still a 5.5 point favorite at home. I don't know, man. I have a hard time accepting the fact that they might miss the playoffs. So I think the Chiefs win at home. Here's another good one. It is the Bills on the road taking on the Patriots. Buffalo is a favorite in this game, Zach.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with the favorite, the Buffalo Bills. I think Josh Allen is not ready to give up that division yet.
All right. Andy?
It's really hard to pick against Buffalo. They've been so good for so long. You do have a young Patriots team who I really like, but their schedule has been what it is, and I think Buffalo's just ready to even it out for the year. So I'll go with the Bills.
I will also choose the Bills because I love Josh Allen.
All right, I'm picking the Bills here. I know the Patriots are 11-2, but there's part of me that just feels like it's not totally real. I feel like the competition hasn't been great. I'm going to go with Buffalo in this one. We are all on the same page picking the Buffalo Bills. Washington Commanders are on the road against the Giants. It does look like Jaden Daniels is not going to play. The Giants are a 2.5-point favorite, Zach.
I have some family in the D.C. area, so I'm going to go with the Commanders.
There you go. All right, Andy?
I really like Jackson Dart. I think he needs to not get hit as much as he's getting hit, but they did a really good job getting him. They did their homework getting back into the first round. I just think they're a better team than the Commanders. But Mariota makes things interesting, but I'll take the Giants.
Ron, did you say this is in New York?
This game is at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, yes.
Yes, okay. Because both teams are terrible, I am going to pick the home team.
You're going to pick the Giants?
Yeah.
All right.
I am because they're both just sad.
They are very sad.
Yeah.
5 total wins between these two teams. They're not very good. It's not gone well for Washington.
No.
I think they get a win, though, even though Jaden's probably not going to play. I'm going to pick the Washington Commanders. Yeah, I know, right? On the road. How about the Baltimore Ravens? They are on the road against the Bengals in Cincinnati. Now, they do have Joe Burrow back, even though they're well under 500 at this point. They haven't had Burrow for most of the season. But this is a good quarterback matchup, Burrow and Jackson, Zach.
Yes, I am a Burrow believer. I'm going to go with the Bengals here.
All right. Andy Bennis.
Well, I love Joe Burrow. We were both the first pick in the draft, different sports, but and he's a lot better than I was for sure. But I like Cincinnati at home. The Ravens they still have a path to the playoffs, but something's just not right with them. So I'm going to go with the home team.
Do you know, I also am going with the Cincinnati Bengals. Because I don't like the Ravens or the Falcons. And I think it's because I don't like...
You don't like black birds?
Really pointy birds. They're real pointy.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the pointy bird logo. Because I realized when I looked at the Ravens that I have that same off-putting feeling that I get when I see the Falcons logo.
Well... All right. Well, I'm going to go with... I think we're all on the same page.
Okay.
Picking the Bengals just because I like Tigers. And Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow's really good, and they're playing with house money for the rest of the year. They will probably end up with a nice game out of Burrow. Let's discuss the Packers and Broncos. Green Bay is on the road. They're a favorite against Denver. These are two really good teams. This game has some big-time playoff implications as well, Zach.
I didn't let you know this, but I am a Bears fan, so I am going to be rooting for the Broncos, and I'm going to take the Broncos, and hopefully they beat the Packers up for next week against the Bears.
My guy, Zach. Let's go. All right, Andy Bennis, what do you say?
I think the Broncos, they're obviously a good team, but I see them a lot like I see New England as, they're just... Maybe their record's better. They've won a handful of games where they could have easily lost them. I really like Jordan Love. By the way, Zach, my son-in-law is from Chicago. He loves the Bears and the Cubs, which I still love him, but only during football season. But I like the Packers here. I just think they're better. I hate picking. Well, I took one underdog, but I hate picking favorites all the time. I just think Green Bay's a better team. But it wouldn't surprise me if Denver won.
I am choosing the Broncos because the Packers have a tie. And, Ron, do you know how I feel about ties?
Yeah.
They're off-putting,
Yeah.
just like the logo for the Falcons. I'm not a big fan of ties. I think they're foul. I think they're un-American. So I'm picking the Broncos.
All right, well, this is one matchup that I hope for the first time since 1996 that Andy Bennis loses. Because I'm with Zach. I need the Denver Broncos to win this bad boy. Because last week was a rough one for my guys. We know the Bears lost in Green Bay. I think the Packers probably cheated. Can't prove it. But that's my contention. I am taking the Denver Broncos. Now it's time for the Lions. This is another really good game. And this might be a time where I'm rooting for the Rams again. Detroit plays in L.A. to take on the Rams, Zach.
This should be a great game, but I do think I'm going to take the Rams for this one.
All right. Andy Bennis.
Man, the Lions have to win. They just have to win. And I think the Rams are a lot better team, but I think I'm going to take the Lions. The Rams can lose, but they also play Seattle next week, Thursday. And so you just never know. I think I'm going to take the Lions, but I think there are going to be a lot of points scored in this.
Okay, well, I'm choosing the Lions because Andy Bennis picked the Lions.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love your rationale. My daughters would just say, I like their colors better, so I'll go with them. And they got just as good a chance at it as we do.
Remember, I chose against the Falcons and the Ravens or against the Ravens, I should say, because I don't like their logo. So,
exactly.
But this one I feel solid. If you feel good about it, I feel good about it.
I don't really feel great about it. I just didn't want to
Unbelievable.
take favorites.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. No, I think we're good.
All right. Well, I'm picking the Rams because I'm desperate. I need Detroit to lose this game. I need the Lions out of my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
So the playoff implications of this game are great. I need the Rams to win, even though that will give them 11 wins and the leg up in the NFC. I just need Detroit out of it, so I am picking the Rams. And here we go. It is the Indianapolis Colts at 8-5. They will play the Seahawks in Seattle, Zach.
As much as I love the Phillip Rivers signing,
come on, Zach.
I don't think that's going to be enough. Seattle looks too good. I'll take Seattle.
Seattle. All right, Andy Bennis, I think I know what you're going to pick, but I want to hear it from you.
Well, I mean, I'm a homer for sure, but that's a tough place. I heard Rivers say, whether you're 30 or 44, it's really hard to win there. It doesn't matter what your age is. The Seahawks are better. We have great skill players. We're missing both of our corners. I think it's going to be kind of tough. I'm hopeful, but I got to take the Seahawks to win it. But I think it could be closer than people think.
Yeah. Well, I love Indianapolis. It's one of my favorite cities. I always talk about my favorite marathon is there. I love Lucas Oil Stadium, but I am also picking the Seahawks. So,
Yeah, we are all in line on this one. And as Andy mentioned earlier, the Seahawks are a 2-touchdown favorite here.
Yeah.
So, Yep, I think the Seahawks probably win this one. Okay, now this is honestly the most important game of the entire weekend. I don't care what anybody says. At Soldier Field, coming off a loss in Green Bay against the Packers, which a lot of people picked the Packers to win that game, the Bears host the Cleveland Browns and Shedeur Sanders. Zach?
Yeah, after that game last week in Green Bay in the cold, I think it's going to be even colder in Chicago this week. So I think the Bears will be ready and should get the win.
All right, Andy Bennis.
I agree. I think it's been really fun to watch Sanders play and develop over time. I'm glad he got the opportunity. I played against his dad for a long time, and so I have admiration for their family. But Chicago at home, I think they'll get some turnovers as they have all year, and I think the Bears win. I don't necessarily think it'll be that close, but you never know.
I'm picking the Bears.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome.
Well, you know what I'm going to do. I swear to God, if these guys don't win, that's it. I'm turning in all my Bear stuff. this hat that I'm wearing, the T-shirt that I'm wearing. I am getting rid of all of it.
Don't be a downer.
Yeah.
This is your time to shine. You've waited your whole life for this.
All right. Let's go, Bears. Come on, I need a win. All right, final game here. It is the Vikings on the road in Dallas. This is the Sunday night game. The Cowboys are a 5.5-point favorite at home. Both teams are, Cowboys are 6-1. Vikings are 5-8. What I need from you, Zach, is the winner and the total amount of points scored. The over-under is 48.5.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is a tough one because we have a really good offense with the Cowboys and a really bad offense for the Vikings. But I'm going to go with the Cowboys to win, and I will say 44 points.
44 points. Andy?
I just don't know if I can trust the Vikings offense, even though I'd like them to be successful. I think the Cowboys win, and I'm going to say 52.
52 points.
All right, the Cowboys have a tie, which is gross, so I'm picking the Vikings, and I think it's going to be a snooze fest. 37 points.
37 points.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Dallas in this one at home. I think they'll get above 500, and I am taking 47 points.
Wow.
47 points in the game, so still with the under. All right, Zach, good luck to you. If you do win, you get to come back next week. That's it. That's all we can offer you.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Thank you for playing. Andy Benes, it was awesome to talk to you. Thank you for indulging us in this game.
Well, I follow the NFL a lot more than I follow college, but let's go Colts and go Hoosiers. How about that?
All right, that sounds great. We will be rooting for your Colts. I'll be rooting for them, and thank you for rooting for the Bears. And we feel pretty good about today.
Yeah, you got it. Thanks for having me, guys. Have a great Christmas season.
Same to you. That is former Cardinals pitcher Andy Benes with us on the No Prize Pick'em Challenge. He was
awesome.
a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. All
right. I'm nervous. It's Chris and Amy on KMOX. We are going to talk to Danon Hughes about the Chiefs. That is at the bottom of the hour on 104.1 FM.
Overhead Door Company of St. Louis, the genuine, the original, present 100 years of KMOX.
Swing and a home run to left.
There, when legends were born.
The first Major League home run for Albert Pujols.
Pujols hits a high fly ball. That's deep. Left center field. It's a gunner!
Swinging another home run. There it is, his third of the game. Albert Pujols, 5 for 5 with 3 home runs.
Pujols swings and he drives this one left field down the line, and it's a gunner! Home run 703.
And to all of you, Cardinal Nation, best fans in baseball, thank you.
There for every headline, every heartbreak, every heartbeat. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis. Brought to you by Together Credit Union. Achieve more with competitive rates on savings and lending. Visit togethercu.org.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. This Christmas holiday, enjoy exclusive savings on our high-quality rechargeable hearing aids. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and shop Christmas holiday deals before they're gone at audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-941-2255. That's 800-941-2255.
For 100 years, KMOX has been part of St. Louis. Now, Together Credit Union is helping celebrate that legacy. Starting in November, visit any Together Credit Union branch to pick up a KMOX 100th anniversary commemorative ornament for just $5 while supplies last. Each ornament supports Children's Miracle Network of Greater St. Louis. Together Credit Union, honoring 100 years of KMOX, the voice of St. Louis, and Children's Miracle Network of Greater St. Louis, improving the health of all children.
Hey, Cardinal Cowboy here. Who would have thought a car crash would have led to charities, TV shows, and cheering with the best fans in the world? I'm thankful for every day. And so are my friends at Renner Garage Door. They've been turning garage doors from zero to hero since 1966. With help from trusted brands like Delden, Amar, and LiftMaster, honest family-style service you can count on. So giddy up and get your free repair or replacement quote today. Giddy up!
RENNER, RENNER.
Attention, have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-894-7722. That's 800-894-7722. Again, 800-894-7722.
Hello, St. Louis. Proud son of St. Louis, John Hamm here, wishing KMOX a happy 100th birthday, a centennial of being the voice of St. Louis.
Happy holiday. It's the holiday season.
No, Amy, Christmas parties should not go away. We should have holiday work parties. In fact,
yes,
they should be more aggressive than they are. Like, we've really pulled back on the holiday work party.
We have.
The environment
they
is just...
used to be a real party. Now they're like a glorified meeting.
I watched Scrooged last night, my favorite Christmas film. And, that's the kind of work party I'm looking for. There's a scene where they're at the holiday work party. I think it's in the 70s. And, people are getting wild in the office and Xeroxing butts. That's the kind of thing. I told you
about the skinny dipping at the TV station.
That's what I want.
Not in St. Louis.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not in St. Louis. Well, I have an idea for you two. Is there a work Christmas party version of the Wedding Crashers? Because shouldn't they do that?
Well,
like a holiday party crasher?
Yeah, you can, but it's a little tougher because the crowd is usually smaller, so it's much easier to pinpoint somebody who doesn't belong there.
Not really post-COVID. I don't know half the people who work here.
Well, but think about
this. They work remote.
Okay, that's true.
People
but
work remote.
in most offices, you know everybody. At a wedding, you don't. You know, like half the crowd.
Yeah. Well, but I think if you had a chance to do it, it would be now when so many people are remote. Then you could say, oh, yeah, I know you. At any rate, in 2007, 90% of companies said they were hosting a Christmas party. 90.
So 9 out of 10.
In 2007.
That's still a lot.
Last year, 64%.
Oh.
It dropped a lot.
Well, it's a couple of different things. One, first and foremost, it's to save money. And then number two is also to save money.
Because of lawsuits.
Potential lawsuits because something gets out of control. But I am against it.
You can't have sexy time in the office.
What's the problem?
Because it's just inappropriate. It's inappropriate.
Just close the door. It's fine.
Oh, there's glass doors.
Well, here there are. I would not recommend it at Odyssey St. Louis. What I would say,
the good news is it's all soundproof.
Make Christmas parties debaucherous again. That's what I want.
Well, this news story says, after spending 40-plus hours a week already with your coworkers, do you really need to give up an evening in the busiest time of the year to exchange small talk? I don't think so.
Yeah, no. And as I told you before, I had this, my last job, it was just a conference room. We did a pizza party at like 2 o'clock on a Thursday.
Yeah, well, we used to do that when someone got fired. Now we don't get anything when people get fired.
That's true.
We used to get pizza because there was a guy who worked here. He used to say, oh, I forgot my lunch. I hope someone gets fired today.
I get it. Every man for himself. Sorry about your job, but I got pizza.
We don't even get pizza in it anymore.
Chiefs need a win, and they need it badly. They will play this weekend. Danon Hughes, Chiefs radio analyst, will tell us all about it. Former wide receiver joins the show when we come back. And Missouri, right now, it is on. FanDuel Sportsbook is rolling in the Show Me State and kicking things off with an offer that is tough to beat. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose. Whether it's football, basketball, hockey, or whatever, bet it on in an app that is safe and secure and very easy to use. So you can download the app. The FanDuel app is on the App Store. It's on Google Play. And you can also get it at FanDuel.com/Missouri. Join the excitement now because, Missouri, it is time to play your game with FanDuel. 21 and over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com.
Start your day with an edge.
Total Information AM.
It's like breakfast for your brain. I wake up, I turn on the news.
I gotta listen 3 or 4 times every day.
Debbie Monterey, Megan Lynch, Tom Ackerman.
I like to wake up with the news.
Total Information AM.
It's where I get my news. Traffic conditions and potential weather that's coming.
Total Information AM. Weekdays 5 to 9.
That's a huge blow right there. That's
I know.
like a roundhouse kick when somebody says that about you.
It's like getting punched in the mouth.
Right.
Yeah, it's getting hit in the mouth.
You've been hit in the mouth.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. But
So, I
they're
apologize.
still life. Just like my favorite movie, Dumb and Dumber said. So you're saying there's a chance?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, let me ask a question. How
There's
come?
still a chance?
Wait, can I tell Danon?
Yeah.
Guess what I did this fall? I drove to Aspen, just like in Dumb and Dumber.
On one of those little
Were
bikes?
you on a moped?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't on a moped, but I did tell people, I'm going to Aspen, and they would ask, are you flying, driving? I said I was driving, and every single person would follow it up with, like in Dumb and Dumber? That's right. That's right. I drove to Aspen like in Dumb and Dumber. I don't have a private plane.
Isn't that one of the greatest movies ever? Am I alone in believing that?
It's very, very good. There's no question, Danon.
Oh my gosh! Every time I watch it, I see something different that makes me laugh. And this conversation is indicative of a 6th and 7th season, by the way.
No.
That's what I was just about to say. Are we talking about Dumb and Dumber?
Driving to Aspen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! But there's still life, guys.
Yeah.
There's still life. I was in my car earlier, and Prince came on, Purple Rain, and I thought, this is kind of how I feel. So I pulled my cigar lighter out, and I lit the lighter, and I was driving around to the tune of Purple Rain with the lighter up. And I feel like that's kind of how we feel in the Chiefs Kingdom. Like, this is a weird feeling. Like, we got to just kind of roll with the punches, but still there's a chance. And I don't know if the team has done enough for us to have hope this season. And I think that's part of what's disappointing is that we've been down this road before, maybe not this late in the season, but we've been at crossroads before. And you always felt like there was enough equity built up that you feel like, you know what, they're going to figure it out. They lose 2 straight games or they lose a crucial matchup against the Bills in the regular season. And, that's just one. It's a one-off. We'll figure it out. And then we've done this all throughout this season. And I think this last loss, maybe even the last 2 losses, kind of are a picture of what we're experiencing this season. And for the first times, these last 2 games, walking into the locker room in postgame, it looked like these guys were just dejected, like they just were defeated. Before, in the past, they felt like, we just lost a game. There's a difference between feeling like you lost a game and feeling like you're defeated, and just the look, the presence, the countenance of the guys. So, I believe that we can do anything at Arrowhead Stadium. Anything can happen, especially when you're talking about division rivals, and that's the 2 games we have left here. But, man, it just seems like, are we ready to chalk this season up because we're 10% or 9% chance of getting to the playoffs, and we should be looking towards 2026? I'm not ready to do that yet.
Yeah, the probabilities, the playoff probabilities, if they win the game coming up here, it increases to 19%. If they beat the Chargers, it's up to 19% odds that they make it in. If they lose, it is under 1%. So this game is, it's pretty big. They pretty much have to do this, and they're going to need help from a lot of other teams too, which is not a position, Danon, that the Chiefs lately are used to being in.
That's absolutely right. And just for the listeners, the Chargers are 9-4. If we beat them, they would have to lose 2 more games, and one of those games has to be against the Denver Broncos. And then we would obviously have to win out the rest of the games, which, again, one of those games would be against the Denver Broncos. So both of us have an uphill battle if we win and they lose, especially. And we got to remember, I know there's so much shine that's been put on our organization, but those 2 teams made the playoffs too last year. And I think it gets overshadowed because we won 9 straight AFC West titles. But they're good football teams, and the Chargers played really good, or good enough, I should say, to win this past week on Monday Night Football against the Eagles, a team that we couldn't beat. And, so they're feeling themselves just a bit, but I think they're susceptible. And then you really put the pressure on them to have to go out and win 2 more games, especially against the opponents that they have to face. So this is a crucial game. I feel like this is kind of desperation 2.0. I said last week it was desperation, and now we're at 2.0 because we don't have any control. Last week, if we would have won out, we would have controlled our own destiny, and there would have been a lot of positivity around this organization if we would have had a 5-game win streak going into the playoffs. That's not going to happen. Maybe a 4-game win streak can do the same, but we're going to need some help. So it's uncharted territory, but the season is not over.
So, Danon, if they lose this game, if the Chiefs do end up missing out on the playoffs, and I know we're still several weeks away from that, the season being over, what happens with the organization? Are we looking at some, I wouldn't call them wholesale changes, but are there going to be a lot of changes with this team? Or do you think they'll kind of roll with it, maybe with a tweak here and there, though?
I think it's probably somewhere in the middle. Quite honestly, I've been shocked as well as pleasantly surprised, or pleasantly shocked, I guess I should say, in the fact that we've been able to keep everybody in place for the amazing 4-year run that we've had that included 3 straight Super Bowl appearances. The fact that there haven't been any or very many defectors that have gone off to other organizations and kind of tried to light a match there. Like, that's impressive. That tells you a lot about what coaches and players think about this organization. To think that being on the high that you have been on for the last 3 years, and usually it's a copycat league, so other teams are usually looking, okay, well, there's some magic that they have over there in Kansas City, and it's not just about Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes and Chris Jones. These other guys are making big plays and impacting that locker room and being the consummate pros that have contributed to the successes. So why don't we go ahead and take that coach or go ahead and offer that player that's a free agent, et cetera. And these guys figure out a way that we want to run it back here. We like being under the management and coaching of Andy Reid and Brett Veach and Clark Hunt. And so it has been surprising, but I don't think that stays. I think that if you go through a season like this, that's where you hit the reset button, and who knows to what extent that reset button will extend in regards to players and coaches. I envision that there would be changes. Now, wholesale, I don't think so, but there's definitely areas that we would have to address. And I think this season, if everything unfolds in a negative fashion, it's glaring in regards to what specific areas that we need help. I think, if you look back at the successes in the past years, you kind of got a chance to gloss over some of the things that have reared its head this season because of the success. Like, how do you complain about a lack of a 4-man pass rush when you are 15-2 in the regular season and the number 1 seed and going to a 3rd straight Super Bowl? But that doesn't mean it wasn't there. So I feel like this year it's showcasing the things that we're deficient at, and then therefore we'd be crazy not to have some changes in those areas.
Is Travis Kelce still good?
Travis Kelce is still very good. Now, what we are comparing Travis Kelce to is Travis Kelce. And I think that's where people kind of get off kilter just a bit, because they're trying to compare Travis Kelce to Travis Kelce of the past. He may not be that guy, but if you look at Ty Warren with the Colts and other top tight ends, Travis is having a better season than he had last year, and he's having just as good or better seasons than the other tight ends and that are making noise in the NFL, especially in the AFC. So I think it's unfair. It's kind of like Patrick Mahomes and MVP talk in past years when he didn't win it. It's because we're comparing him to the Patrick Mahomes of previous years, and I think that's the case for Travis Kelce. So he's still good. I don't know if he's already made his mind up as far as retirement. I will say this. I noticed this past week he looked like, and this was before the game, not like we all saw the clips of him during the game, and especially after the ball ricocheted off his hands into the defense's hands and pretty much ended the game. But prior to that, like sometimes like the emotional part of the game, if you've ever been at Arrowhead Stadium, the home of the Chiefs, and it's an emotional time, and guys are they're crying, there's tears. I've been down on that field where I've been kind of shook up in that moment. I felt like I wanted to run through a brick wall, and you have different reactions. This was the first time I saw him looking up and around, and it looked like he was trying to soak everything in because with only one more or two more at that time, two more home games, maybe it's me. I don't want to go out on a limb too far, but I felt like I've seen that look before, like you're trying to soak everything in because you may recognize that it might be the last few times that you'll be a part of it.
Well, Danon, I don't know if there's anything you can do except go hit somebody in the mouth.
Yeah.
But, I guess you're just going to have to do that maybe more than once.
Yeah, it's time. I mean, you might as well go out guns blazing. So if Mitch sounds like he's mumbling in the game, it's because I hit him in the mouth.
All right, well, don't hit.
He's going to be the nearest guy to me in the booth. So
the Colts signed Philip Rivers. Danon, maybe you could play for the Chiefs again.
My shoulder started hurting just picking up the phone when you guys called.
Okay.
There's no move. Amy, did I tell you that my the new acronym I have that I'm putting in my signature? NSM.
NS.
That's going to be a part of my
M.
NSM. You know what that stands for?
Not.
I have no idea.
Know.
No sudden movement.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
That is going
That's
to
a
be,
good one.
that is the moniker that I'm living by now. So when you even mention Philip Rivers as a grandfather coming back, like I move slowly just getting out of bed. So there's no chances.
All right. Well, we had to ask.
Good luck out there. Do not punch Mitch in the face, though.
Hey, we might just have an all-out brawl in the booth.
Hey,
you know what?
To get things rolling.
Whatever
Let's
it
do
takes.
Yeah, you know what? Whatever you got to do, man. Now that I think about it, go right ahead.
Desperate times, desperate measures. Let's do it.
Danon Hughes, you're the best. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, take care.
That is radio analyst Danon Hughes. You can hear him and Mitch Holthus on KMOX. The broadcast starts at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning. It will be the Chiefs and the Texans. It's Chris and Amy on KMOX. The Gas House Gang is coming up at 12.
Bet the game day action right from your phone. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app now. Use code RADIOMO. Place your first bet of $5 or more and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Open to new users in Missouri who are 21 or older. First wager after registration must qualify and win. And bonus bets expire 30 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promotions or the promotions tab on the app for full terms. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Glover here for my friends at Cantor Injury Law. Cantor is local, and we're here doing the work every day. We're right here in St. Louis, and we're ready to fight for you. CantorInjuryLaw.com or call 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be solely based on advertisements.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/life.
The holidays are here, filled with laughter, family, and memories. But if you're missing the punchline, the conversation, or even the music, it might be time to check your hearing. Hi, I'm Charlie Brennan.
I'm Dr. Bosler with the Audiology Center.
And I'm Dr. Voss. This season, we want you to hear every moment.
Hearing aids today can process sound faster than before. They're smarter at separating the speech from the background noise, meaning that when you're at the holiday parties this season, you'll hear the voices that you want to hear, clearer than before.
So don't wait until the new year. Give yourself the gift of better hearing today and reconnect with the people and the moments that matter most.
Call the Audiology Center, 636-441-7470, or online, theaudiologycenterstl.com. 3 convenient locations.
Call us today and make this holiday season better than last year's. Here for the holidays, here for life.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hi, I'm Jim Brennan with McKelvey Homes. The wait is over, and we are now selling at the Reserve at Wildwood. The early bird gets the worm, so call today and pick the home of your dreams at the coveted Wildwood Town Center, located at Highway 100 and 109. You will love the design of the Reserve with its extensive trails and wooded common ground. In a park-like setting, select from our popular Liberty or luxurious designer series homes from the 560s. Visit McKelveyhomes.com and move up to McKelvey.
The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX and the free Odyssey app. Now, a look back at this week's Chris and Amy Show, out of context.
Oh,
What
man.
in the world?
What?
I don't know.
I don't think I was here for those.
Oh, I think I know what the last one was. Okay, it's this week out of context. What do we have, Matt
Well,
Pajeski?
Amy says she wasn't here for these, and they all have Amy's voice in them, so I'm surprised. I don't know how she did that.
What?
What? Yeah, she was barely here.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, she said all of the bad things.
In one day. What a hell of a day at sea, sir.
All right, Amy, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
Give some context to this clip of yours, which is such a vile, horrible thing to say to somebody.
It is. It was, okay, I don't want anybody to get hurt, but it was because during our snowstorm that we had, Snowmageddon, people were driving insane, and this woman goes, just zooms up right onto the back of my car and then does the jerky driving, you know, that, and then speeds into stopped cars at Laclede Station and 44. You know how everyone knows that when you're on 44 eastbound, that Laclede Station Road exit is all curvy and it backs up.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And she slammed on her brakes. And honestly, I don't want anybody to get hurt. But if she were inconvenienced, I would have been okay. She was driving like a maniac. Maniac.
All right, very good.
Good job.
I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Because it was snow, remember? And you said you wanted them severely inconvenienced.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Yep.
Ronj, explain this noise. This actually both of you guys.
This was yesterday.
I think it was.
Was it?
Yes.
I don't remember this at all.
This is something to do with goats?
No.
It was yesterday?
Yes, it was yesterday. Not about goats.
Why did we do that? Why do we do anything we
I
do?
remember now yelling. Why, though?
You were talking about how you had night terrors.
Oh, yeah.
and your neighbors probably thought that you were
Being attacked.
murdered.
And I was talking about screaming at Alexa.
Yeah, that's right.
My Alexa device at home. Because I ask what the temperature is, and it just keeps going on and on with some other crap I didn't ask for.
Yeah.
Quit talking.
Last one. Ron's explaining this.
I know what that is.
What?
That was my impression of Julie Tristan.
During the snow?
During the snow. Yeah. Because she does her breathing affirmation thing.
I heard those this morning.
You did?
Very nice.
I am brilliant. That's what that's what she affirmed for me.
I turned on the Christmas music, and I heard her talking about the pickle jar that was on 270 and is missing now.
No. Are you serious?
Well, she said it was.
The DePere pickle jar was in the Wall Street Journal. That's how famous it is.
That I guess it blew away. That she said it blew away.
Would it blow completely away, or wouldn't it just tip
I don't
over
know.
and shatter?
I don't know.
Blew. It's flying through the air like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Just imagine you go to the pickle jar and you ask how its time in St. Louis was. He says, I was blown away.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Hey, thanks.
But this station still is on the air after we leave. I'm not going nowhere. I've got the Gas House Gang. We're going to talk to Brendan Schaefer. He'll be on the show. Mike Claiborne will be joining us for a bit. We expect he's got some stuff going on, but we do expect to talk to Claibs and Chris May, athletic director at SLU, because the Billikens soccer team tonight, a huge, huge game. The men's Billikens team, they are in the Final Four, so that is tonight. We'll talk to Chris May, and we'll talk basketball with him as well. Gas House Gang is next. Anything you missed on this show is right there on the Odyssey app, iHeart app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Bye.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by Bills Happen.
Thanksgiving.